darlings! Welcome, welcome. How's everyone? As you can hear, well, I guess I don't know if many darlings are here. Hey Chris! Hey M42. So we're listening to the radio today. Hey Lamprocomundo, gang gang. Is the music, let me know if the radio is a little bit too loud. Hey Senti. We're going to be listening while we're playing. We're going to be listening to Waterford Wizards. Waterford Wizards local soccer match. There's a... Oh, sorry, wait. Oh, wait. I think the chat is a little bit...
Well, the headline, Nick, is that Kevin Wilkin names the same
second.
side.
Let me just fix the chat box.
Here on Wednesday night, Brandon Hall will be in goal. A back four of Ellie Smiles, the right back. Centre halves are in Pendley.
Give me 1 second.
Nathan Fox on that left side, the left back. In midfield, the captain Kyle Storer with Remy Walker and Jordan Piggott, who will sit just ahead of those two. And leading the line up top this afternoon will be Ellis Brown with Ricardo Dinanga.
No problem, like Procos. I'll see you later anyway after work. I think I'll still be here. Oh well, I guess I have a lesson at 7, so actually I'll stop the stream and then maybe I'll come back. A17. So
he looks pretty relaxed, and we've heard that actually from the players over the season. There have been times though where he has been under pressure.
Fix the chat box. I don't like how it's
looking. May have been on the wall for him. We've had supporters saying, and rightly pointing out, that attendances had dropped down to one stage to 700. And when you look in here, well over 4,500 in here today. It's a sellout, and they could have sold, we're told, over 10,000 with the demand being so high.
Okay, let me just see what this looks like.
It's amazing to see what a turnaround it's been.
It is absolutely amazing to see all
Let me see if I make it bigger. Would that work?
Inside the new Bucks Head. I think if you'd have told me this, and Dean, when we were at Stourbridge on that Tuesday night in September, they were 2-0 down at half time, and they managed to get back to 2-2.
I think that's okay.
Extreme low of Quorn in
maybe.
the FA Trophy just days later, but ever since then, Nick, this club has been on that upward climb, and they've just got better and better and better.
But why does it cut off the name?
Back outside the stadium or around the stadium. Paul's been working his way through the turnstiles. Where are you, Paul?
I can tell you, Nick, I'm just over by the corner flag.
That's weird.
I may well have bumped into one of the owners of the club. How are you?
Great. Chris Ball here. We've come over from LA with...
Who is Telford? That is Waterford Wizards' local team.
Unbelievable. You've been took there in your suit with your scarf on, taking a few pictures. Isn't it amazing to see so many people out supporting the team today?
It's just like the old days. I used to come here when I was 7, 8, 9, 10 years old, and the buzz is back here. It's unbelievable. You got to come down next season, and it's just unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. Yeah.
How easy was it to convince some of your fellow...
No, don't worry. That's not... You're not ignorant. How could you know that? So, Waterford Wizard is one of the Darlings' biggest supporters, and today is a big match. Telford versus Leamington, I think. And we're rooting for Telford. Yeah, the words are massive, but it should be okay. Chat is okay, I think. Yeah, it's a very nice bit of knowledge. We were gonna watch the match, but I think I could get more copyright issues with that rather than listening. I think listening we can get away with it.
If you can't be listening to it, be on it. That's how you need to do it.
What was that, sorry?
If you can't listen to the radio, you can always be on it.
Oh, well, that's...
Ah, did you hear that? Okay, I'm gonna play...
It's unbelievable. That's fantastic.
I'm gonna play some...
Where are you going to watch the game from?
3 minutes.
I'm kind of tempted to be back behind the goal, which is where I used to stand when I was 10, 11 years old. So, I don't know, those guys are making a lot of noise. I may join them.
I look forward to seeing you sat on his shoulders with your shirt off your scarf over your head. We're down behind the goal for all the action. Steve Humbles has been catching up with some of the fans prior to the game.
I'm joined by Telford fan Dave here inside the New Bucks Head. The ground's still filling up here, well ahead of kick-off against Leamington this afternoon. The sun's out. Dave, looking forward to the afternoon?
Definitely. Win.
Really
Waterford Wizards should be on the radio.
Why are you so confident?
How they played last week.
Yeah. Against Mikulova?
That was a brilliant match.
Yeah.
Best I've seen them play all season.
Yeah. And what impressed you?
I think we win upon here, don't we?
What impressed you about the performance on Wednesday?
It was an all-round performance. You could have given anyone man of the match, but, well, in my opinion.
It's a big occasion today. You're hoping that the players can go out and produce that same kind of performance. I guess it's managing the occasion, isn't it, as much as playing the game?
Yeah. We managed, I think partly winning last week was managing the ground conditions. Telford, I thought, did it far better than Mikulova conditions. If they produce that type of commitment this week, it'll all be clapping at the end.
Thank you very much and enjoy the game.
So reaction from the Bucks Head. We are 20 minutes away from kick-off in this playoff final.
Oh, I could have maybe taken this pun.
Radio Shropshire.
Okay, I'll take it now.
It is Telford versus Leamington for a place in the national.
How's everyone's day going, by the way?
Shuttleworth, who managed to find one of the new investors involved with AFC Telford United. Chris Paul,
Okay, I'm gonna give this check first.
from the States, who's been a big Telford
Then I'm gonna offer
Wellington
Queen
days
Trade.
with his father as well, watching on. I'm told with him today, Stephen Glick, he was part of Paramount.
Your new chess.com profile picture. I have to see what it is. I'll look at it afterwards and see.
US investors now involved with Telford, and John Nendick is here as well. And I had the pleasure of speaking to John when it was announced
go
that the
B5.
investors had come on board. He is part of the LA Ice Hockey Club, LA Kings, on their board of directors. Also,
Oh, actually, I missed that.
Global media and entertainment industry. Born and raised in England, but works in Los Angeles now, and there are so many big names in so many different parts of either the media industry, the banking industry, the real estate industry, with Mick Partridge, who's here as well. So it's good to see that kind of knowledge, that know-how, that expertise being passed on to AFC Telford United to try and grow the club without throwing money at it, as Ryan Reynolds has for famous Hollywood actor Wrexham. They want to provide support for Telford.
Wait, Ryan Reynolds gifted money to them.
Strength to strength and do it naturally. So
Wait, the rook wait, what? The rook has been hanging.
keep your messages
What
coming.
rook?
81333. Start your text.
Oh, the rook on B8. Oh, right.
People listening in the Philippines, in Geneva. We've got
Yeah, well, he eventually
tuning
took it.
in from Thailand. I think it's very early
Okay.
in the morning there.
What am I going to do? I'm going
thank you for
to...
your company, and hopefully we bring you a Telford win on your holiday. Now, striker Matty Stenson joined Telford in January. Whilst his start to life at the New Bucks Head wasn't smooth, he's made some important contributions. He caught up with BBC Radio Shropshire's Mary Kate Wilden, who asked about the impact that manager Kevin Wilkiness had.
Do you know what?
This-
In football, like, in certain situations,
Maybe I can win this
people
game.
cope differently, and Gaffer just seems to remain calm. He's chill. He's been the exact same way as when I first came in. He's been focused and having a laugh with the lads, or if something's not right.
Okay,
he's
Waterford
been
Wizard.
telling the lads, come on, we need more out of you, and yeah, just not much change. Just the same old Gaffer.
In the semi-final, you started on the bench. What's he been like in that situation, in team selection, and how he's managed the players?
Yeah, he's managed it perfectly well. It must be one of the hardest job in football, leaving players out of sides. And look, he pulled me aside and he explained the situation, and I fully respect his decision. So yeah, that's it really. He's just handled it the best way he could at that time. So
What would it mean to you and to the players on Monday?
it'd mean the world to all of us. Obviously, at the start of the season, you set out to win leagues, or at minimum.
Oh,
get
actually,
promoted, and
Bishop takes here.
it's
Rook
what
takes their
all
work.
players strive for. So to win that, it'd be unbelievable. It'd be one of the best feelings for sure.
So just finally,
You're
obviously,
typing this
brilliant
from your
on
phone.
Wednesday night, and probably be even more so on a Monday bank holiday. You know, it's going to be rammed.
Oh wait,
You know,
nothing.
how important will they be joining?
Wait, this is still winning.
Massive from the very first whistle to the last. They didn't stop, and
This is still
you
winning.
could really see it was working, because you had our lads cramping up after 60, 70 minutes, and that's because you could see they wanted to work hard for the fans, and it did make a real difference, because like, no disrespect to Mikulova for,
I mean, it doesn't really matter.
we absolutely battered them, and
Battered
they
them.
just couldn't get out of their half.
We absolutely battered them.
Because of the fans, so hopefully the same again on Monday, and we can get the job done on Monday too.
Well, let's get more reaction from the Telford players. They've actually just made.
Don't ask me what I'm doing.
Reception.
Oh, I thought that was mate.
Just imagine what it's going to be when they come back out onto the pitch. It is a very emotional day here. There are so many people. There have been several people already in tears, and we haven't seen a ball being kicked in anger. That is what this football club means to the community. We've heard it all day. We've all on the air since 10 o'clock, and we brought you those unsung heroes. The charities.
No, I have to close the door, otherwise I'm going to get infected by the...
What was that?
Yet they are here, and they're going to go through the trauma of hopefully seeing Telford promoted if they can beat Leamington.
Okay,
For an old meme there.
Wait, how could that even happen?
Good question.
I don't even understand how that happened. How did that even happen? It's literally made in two.
Montel has been giving his thoughts on the difference between this season, when they got relegated, and to what happened last season as well. Let's hear what he had to say to BBC Radio Shropshire.
How does that even? How do I even do that? Like, I don't understand.
Throughout the whole of the club, the fans.
It's just a little unfortunate. Let's see TJ's profile picture.
There's no selfish people amongst the group or anything. What's brought us a long way.
Yes, TJ! That's so lovely! That's so wonderful! Oh, that actually makes me emotional! That's so lovely! Darlings, this is what you need to take an example from. This is what you gotta do. This is what you gotta do. This is an example of a real darling. What? That's the loveliest thing. Thank you so much for changing it to the darlings. I'm actually getting, I actually do have tears in my eyes. That's really lovely. We need to share the PDF. We need to share the PDF.
Tears are from the last game, by the way.
We need to share, gang. We need to share the thingy on Discord so that all the darlings can do it. But I was thinking that maybe we could also use shamrock flares.
To be in the position that we are.
That's so lovely.
And just relax on the pitch, play your game right. And
actually, I need to change my profile picture to a heart as well. Me doing the heart. Okay. Maybe I should. Also, your roast pork looked so good last night. It looked really, really good. Thanks for sending the photos. Also, I've got my Chessable Pro account. Also, it wasn't my account that was Diana Mirza. I thought it was my account, but it actually wasn't. It was someone else's account. It was Diana Mirzaeva. What are the chances of someone else having a Chessable account before me? I thought it was me who made the account ages ago, but it's actually not. So I've requested the canned variation. Let me see. Wait! We got it! We got it! We've got the course.
You look nervous. I am nervous.
Hey El Cachorro in YouTube. We've got the course. I don't think we have the video though. That's the only thing. We don't have the video, but we have the course. I wonder can.
So I'm just gonna go. Matter of fact, Telford have got the best players. 2-0.
I wonder if we can.
Yeah, I mean, I echo everything
get the video though.
As I said earlier, it should win the game. They'd win it 6 or 7 times out of 10. I'm going 2-1.
2-1. And our commentator today on 96 FM on DAB.
Okay, we don't have video, but maybe we could get the video. I'm gonna ask.
Click on follow. Will bring you all the game and reaction.
Wait.
And on the breakfast show.
Wait. Do we have the video?
I'm going to go with 3-1 to Telford.
3-1. I'm going for Telford.
Wait, introduction?
I'm going 2-0. So let's hope it is that way. Well, it's been 20 years since the demise of Telford United, and
darlings!
Since then, they were sent.
I think we have the video.
They had all that work to do. Dean Craven alongside us was part of 2 promotions to get back near to where they were before. Then finally beating Guiseley to get back to the top table.
It doesn't really matter.
Darlings!
They were relegated last year and now looking to bounce back at the first time of asking to get into the
we have the Chessable video! We just got a full lifetime repertoire Sicilian video and we're gonna start. Oh my goodness! Oh! That's incredible!
Mike's on the line. You've been listening.
That's incredible!
BBC Sounds this afternoon.
Hey, cool! Monday is treating us incredibly wonderfully. We have a canned Sicilian repertoire, which I thought we didn't have the video, but we do have the video, so we are going to start learning! We're gonna start learning the canned Sicilian! Woo! Yes, we are hearing football commentary, so the Telford match... Telford is playing as Leamington. They're starting at in 7 minutes. Match starts in a few minutes, and we are listening to the match. We're supporting Waterford Wizards' local team. So, if you're not a fan of football, you can be a fan of the Darlings. It's the playoff semi-final.
It's the moment to make yourself a Telford hero. Fox has placed the ball down, but is he?
Okay. Oh my goodness, Darlings! Woohoo!
There's a 5-man Mikel over wall.
How do we have this? I can't believe we have this. If you're a big fan of football, there's a less than 1% chance you've heard any of this. Yes, we're listening to Waterford Wizards' local team. Oh my goodness, Darlings! Okay, we can't start it today. We have to start it on...
I was really shocked, but again, the manager just keeps getting all these big calls right. I'll go in there and gather.
Oh my god, this is too good! This is too good! This is too good! Can you see what we have? Oh, sorry, this is the final. This is the final. Oh yeah. Sorry. Playoff final. I knew that. I actually did know that. I just got distracted. Okay, so I want everyone who is up for learning this to let me know what time suits everyone, because we're going to do training twice a week. Okay, we're going to do training twice a week for maybe
cope
1 to 2 hours.
Gaffer just seems to remain calm, chilled. He's been the exact same way as when I first came in.
You were confused. You thought it was playing from your end.
They just out the half, and mainly that was because of the fans. So,
Fanatics don't want that. Wait, I'm just gonna get some water. So I'm going to put in. Okay, I have an idea. Are the Darlings still gonna play in? We might still be able to play in Liga, and we could stream this around the same time as Liga. What do you guys think? Do you think that would be a good idea? And we could do this learning while Darlings play. Hey Raya, gang gang!
Referee is hovering outside the tunnel. A couple of the
yeah, we keep it secret. I mean, we don't. I just send out an email, a message to all the Darlings on Lee Chess, but on Chessable we do the course, and I just follow. We're gonna basically radio the Lee Chess Liga. We're gonna have updates off screen. So what we're doing right now, but we'll
team are gearing themselves up, ready for the start of this game. The ball boy and
what do you guys think about that idea? And that way we can keep up with Liga, and we have our days to study.
BBC Radio Shropshire. What happens today on the breakfast show with Adam Green starting at 6 o'clock, and then we'll continue our reaction to today's events with Claire Ashford from 10. And the atmosphere.
Great idea for Thursday.
Building now at the Bucks Head.
Okay, we can start with that and see how it goes. So every Thursday and Sunday, but I think this week we can maybe do more.
It's one of those days where we need a thesaurus, because all these adjectives that we normally use are massive and electric.
Earlier start time for Sunday. Yeah, okay, Sunday we can do more, and then we could do second part later. Okay, so I'm gonna do a poll when we're gonna start the course. I think we should start it this week. Playoff final is starting! Best of luck, Telford. Let's go.
Telford being led out by Kyle Storer. Leamington by their former Telford midfielder, Adam Walker. And they will line up
Wednesday.
Here we go. Money talk.
Cheers! James, thank you so much for your donation. I really appreciate it. I haven't seen you around so much. How are you doing? Thank you so much. Thank you. Yes, I can put it up. Is this better?
Been in overload these past few days. A sellout here at the New Bucks Head, and if we thought Wednesday night was special, this is even better.
Gang gang! Thank you so much, James. I'll put on the leprechaun hat for you. You're doing good, great. Have you heard anything back from your workplace? I hope you're not going to be let go. Have you heard anything back?
The supporters are excited all around us, and from our commentary position in the packed out West Stand, there isn't a spare seat in the house.
Full seat, full house.
Is brimming over in the sunshine, and to that far left corner of the ground, the David Hutchison end to our left behind the goal is absolutely bouncing. Great scenes, and ones we relish. Well, it is a mild afternoon here in Wellington. It has been overcast, but we are promised a mixture.
What's the agenda? Well, we're listening to Telford versus Leamington final, who are Waterford Wizards local team, and we also got a Sicilian course, which we're not starting today, but I'm going to ask you guys when would suit you. So I'm thinking. We can start it on Wednesday. So let's say 4 p.m. CET, or thank you, Ian Lois here. Thanks for the follow. Wednesday.
A back four of Ellie Smiles, the right back. Centre halves Ari Pendley with Sam Whittle, Nathan Fox on that left side of defence. In midfield, the captain Kyle Storer,
we can keep it at Liga time.
Who will sit just ahead of those two, and leading the line up top will be Ellis Brown and Ricardo Dinanga, supporting Montel Gibson up front. On the bench for the Bucks, Kerr, Steisch, Hodgkiss.
Okay, when suits you guys to start the course?
Well, Leamington have one of the longest serving managers in Paul Holleran. He's pulling the strings.
Wednesday, or will we stick to Thursday?
In charge for
Vote
him.
in the poll.
He's also unchanged from the 11 who needed extra time to beat Redditch in their semi-final 5 nights ago.
Oh, I never got water. Vote in the poll while I get water. Well, I can't believe we got it on video though.
Rob Evans and Josh Quayle.
That's so good.
In midfield, it's Will Shorrock, Jack Edwards, Ewan Williams and Adam Walker, and leading their line up front will be one of Henry Landers and Callum Stewart in what we think will be a 4-5-1 formation. On the bench will be Clark, Feasy, Taylor, Medrano and Barnett. Well, this afternoon's referee is Richard Holmes. A big moment for him to get things right. Telford are going to be going from our left to right, and they'll be shooting towards the jam-packed Frank Naggington stand. There's at least 600 travelling supporters in there, and we are underway on BBC Radio Shropshire, the playoff final. This is it for Telford. This is their chance to make it count after a league season that saw them finish in 2nd place. Leamington finished 3rd. Only one will win promotion. BBC Radio Shropshire, I'm Scott Harris, Dean Craven and Steve Humbles are ready for this game. The fans are in good voice, and Dean, what an opportunity this is.
Massive opportunity, couldn't have been any better. They're playing the right team in the final as well for Telford. Should suit them. They've got too much for them. They're nothing special, Leamington is, but they are going to make it difficult. They're not just going to lie there and let Telford just do whatever they want. They're going to be very physical, and I think they're going to sit with 10 players behind the ball.
Well, the ball's gone out of play over on that far side in front of the Jack Bentley East Terrace. It was a Leamington throw. The ball is at the feet of Montel Gibson, who looks to find Ricardo Dinanga, who drives forward to the left side of the penalty area. Moving towards the corner flag now is Remy Walker. And here's Dinanga into the penalty area, plays it square. Oh, and it's a slice shot from Ellis Brown. It was teed up nicely for him, Steve Humbles.
Well, wonderful opportunity for Telford inside 2 minutes of this game. Super work on the left-hand side there. First of all by Dinanga, then by Remy Walker. The one at the moment for Telford. It was a decent ball across. That was a good opportunity, you know, for Brown. Be disappointed to hit the target there at least. It was on his weaker left foot, you have to say that, but sliced it wide. Good chance.
It fell to the feet of Brown, who has no one around him. And he, got his shot away, but scuffed it, and it went out for a goal kick. So Leamington chasing into their left-back position.
Okay, anything exciting happen?
Well, we've had 2 minutes, and we've already had a golden opportunity from Ellis Brown. Remy Walker,
maybe we can turn this into a regular thing.
Unleashed Ricardo Dinanga to that left side of the box, played it square to Brown. He didn't get his footing right. High ball from Orin Pendley, who wins it on halfway. Here's Montel Gibson, right side towards.
Someone has a chance.
2 Leamington defenders around him, and it will be a throw just a yard from the corner.
Okay.
In front of the Frank Naggington stand. Played quickly. It goes all the way back to Ellis Miles. Remy Walker at right side of the penalty area. Back to Miles. Links up.
Wait, sorry, I missed. What was the score for? What was the score for the poll? I missed the poll.
Pushed back towards their goalkeeper, Callum Hawkins, who sends the ball upfield to the halfway line. Flick on header from Will Shorrock. But Brandon Hall will be equal to that, and Brandon Hall has the ball in his arms.
3-2 for Thursday, 8 p.m.
A bouncing David Hutchison end to our left-hand side. Telford have the ball. They will play it around their back line. Nathan Fox has the ball up to halfway. Leamington now have
Dirk, yeah, apparently that wasn't my account. It was someone else's account. It was Diana Merzeva. So my account name is now Mersey.
And what an atmosphere.
That's my account name. At least Mersey wasn't taken.
We'd see scenes like this back in September.
Yeah, imagine someone else taking my name.
That's why it's such a journey it's been. From there to now, it's unbelievable. We've just finished off today.
I was gonna go for Darling, but that was taken. Or was it? Maybe it wasn't taken. Wait, let me just see Darling. I don't think Darling was taken, but I thought that Mersey is a bit more personal. Oh, there is. Sorry, there is Darling. Darling is taken. Darling is taken, but Mersey or Mersey, as I'm going for Mersey. I have one more token, so later I can change it one more time. But you can also buy other tokens to change the name. But we got the can variation. So was Darling Leader? I think Darling Leader is a bit.
That's where Brian's got to do a bit better. He dragged forward.
Is a bit.
Just pass the ball. You can't beat forward. Now they've got a corner. Don't take chances like that.
What was I gonna say?
Nice easy pass and just keep moving the ball.
Overkill.
There is not a
for Chesapeake.
in the house here. It's a little bit overcast, but there are flashes of sunshine.
Let's can with the can, yeah.
It is going to be a Leamington corner.
We're going to
far left-hand side with Will Shorrock.
We're gonna start the course on Thursday, I guess. That's what. Wait, I'm just going to do the poll again because I didn't see the answers.
Is cleared by Telford, back up to the halfway line. And it's going to be a throw to the box on this near side. And the Bucks, of course, in their familiar home strip of
hey, darling,
shirts,
yeah.
shorts and black socks. Leamington are in their changed away kit.
Sorry, if you've already voted, just vote again. Sorry for the inconvenience.
Telford have possession there with Storer, the captain.
Universe, thanks for the follow.
Here, there's a chance for Henry Landers, but it's picked up by Fox. Over on that far left-hand side towards the byline, and he mops it up. Walker now on the chase. Here's Remy Walker, who's through into the Leamington half. He's played it through to Montel Gibson. Doesn't get his footing right. Still Gibson. Can he score? He can't. And it's
he can't. Miss.
Post of Callum Hawkins.
Oh, big chance. Big chance got there for Telford. On the break, all of a sudden, 3-on-2 as Remy Walker bursts through. He plays the ball into Gibson. I just think he should have scored.
He looks jolly. Jolly. Well, how could he not look jolly? All the darlings are going to be following.
Get that big goal, but he's got Brown just to his right-hand side there. Squares that. Brown surely has to score. He goes for the strike. Skies it over the bar. Big chance.
Nerves, surely. We've had two big moments, and we've played 6.5 minutes. Brown and Gibson, who both arguably, Dean Craven, should have scored.
Yeah, they should.
Okay.
Chances, but I still think there's lots more chances. Looks a bit nervy.
Like you as a local. Okay, the poll is there again. Chesapeake start date Wednesday 5 p.m., Wednesday 7 p.m., or Thursday 7 p.m.
I thought Gibson there, he's either got to, like Steve said, play it square or take his first touch into the box. Someone might bring you down for a penalty, but he actually stopped the ball.
Yeah, they had two well-taken goals on Wednesday. Montel Gibson could have had a hat-trick. He pounced for 1-0. He could have had two more, really. Hit the bar. And he had one in the net.
Chess Dojo! Thank you so much for the raid!
3 games.
Welcome, Raiders!
Was something special. Kyle Storer
Ew3, thanks for the follow.
The wall jumped and the ball went through under into the corner and beat the goalkeeper, which provided
do a pull
quite
for
a
which
moment
speed?
for
No,
2-0.
we're gonna do it
Leamington
normal
looking to break
speed.
into the Telford box. They turn it over with Adam Walker on that right side.
Thank you so much for the raid, just in time. We are,
Weighs up his options,
we're
takes a
listening
deflection
to
off, Remy Walker.
Telford.
And the ball will be.
I'll put that in the title actually.
Win back.
Telford versus
with Nathan Fox level with the edge of his own penalty area.
Finals.
Tel Gibson perhaps just had memories of Wednesday night flashing through his mind when he
on the radio.
just a few minutes ago.
So we're voting what day we can start
there will be plenty of opportunities this
the Can Sicilian. So Wednesday, I guess Wednesday 7 p.m. seems like it's the main time for everyone, or the best time for everyone.
The number 9. Brown tumbles over, comes back to Miles. He goes into the Leamington box.
I don't even know if Darlington have a team.
Storer loses the ball to Callum Stewart, and it really is end-to-end stuff here on BBC Radio Shropshire.
Okay, Wednesday 7 p.m. That's when we're starting. I'll write that in my calendar.
Oh, there's a chance here for Leamington. He won't get there, but there's a chance for Landers who can...
I'm excited! I'm actually really excited to learn this. I've never used Chessable before, so we're going to learn it together.
Inside his own 6-yard box. A few shakes of the head from all around us. Telford were exposed there, Steve Humbles.
Well, we're all even now.
Okay, let's play. I'll do a Q.
Has to score 6 yards out.
I'll do a queue, and I'm going to open up the time control to 8 minutes. You can have 8 minutes on the clock. I'm gonna be nice to you guys.
Well, we just haven't really been seeing this season.
We haven't, you know, like Steve said there, they have to score. But on that, Leamington they're not sitting back. They're coming out and having a right go. It's end to end stuff. It's a brilliant start to the game. If it carries on like this, I think Telford, is that what they want? Leamington to come out and play. But Telford will score. They will.
Could easily have been.
I'm in a good mood.
The 10-minute mark.
You won't catch me allowing you more than 5 minutes any other time.
He looks to distribute the ball, but he's weighing up his options. Didn't like the look of Quainer on this right side, so decides to play it into the middle.
Did I want to search?
Rob Evans.
Oh, I wanted to open up the. Oh yeah, the queue's open. Wait, let me just write
Quainer,
maximum time.
Play a ball through the centre. Comes back
8 minutes. The only thing I would like is for it to be rated so that I get something out of it too.
The referee says play on advantage. Here's Gibson looking for a shot at goal.
Okay.
Tell Gibson, who's going backwards now away from goal.
So, queue is now open.
Foul on Storer, but it's not given. Miles goes in, so does Quainer. There's bodies flying in everywhere here, and Leamington can look to break on the halfway line on this left avenue. Ball is played around the back. Will Shorrock get there? He won't. The ball just goes into the penalty area, and it's collected by Brandon Hall. Quainer and Ellis Brown are having words. Rather heated discussion that I think the referee, Mr. Richard Holmes, is going to have a word with both of them. But Steve, there were.
Okay, thanks, Coco, for changing the title.
Yeah, referee's calling the two plays over for a chop. I'm not entirely sure that's necessary, really. I think they're fair challenges that are going in. It's going to be a bit blood and thunder. It's been a terrific start to the game. Been a bit messy as well. Kyle Storer hasn't quite settled. 2 or 3 really unusually scrappy touches from him. He's been dilly-dallying on the ball, taking too long over it. He's been found out a couple of times. I think there's probably a few nerves out there. You know, that's not the best huge occasion, even for experienced players like a Storer, who's been there, seen it, done it. He's played around in front of crowds like this in the past. Huge occasion, and I think there's 1 or 2 who just haven't settled.
Well, you can dumb it down all you like, but there will be nerves. Remy Walker finds Gibson at the edge of the penalty area, played to the right side now with Brown, falling low, cleared by the defender, although it's hacked away rather sheepishly. Walker, header down, it's a real scramble in there, and Dinanga gets his boot in, comes back to Walker, into the penalty area, shot towards goal, and it's just curled around the far post from Callum Hawkins, who looked to have it covered.
What a game of football we've got on our hands. Absolutely superb from Telford. Brown.
Thanks for the follow, V Miles.
Gibson looked right.
Okay, so TJ, you're up.
Absolutely superb from the first minute, going for the headers.
Eric, if you want to join the queue, you can click join.
But also Leamington do look dangerous
Oh
as well.
yes, we got to 7,700. Loads of things happening today, darlings.
That was the voice of Dean Craven. I'm Scott Harris.
Okay, so
it's Bank Holiday Monday, and come 5 o'clock, unless we have extra time.
You're looking forward for a way to watch this game.
Know the outcome of this game. Will it be Telford?
Do you mean listening? Do you mean the soccer game, or do you mean chess game? Okay, TJ, you're up first.
Looks on with his arms
you can choose the time control.
Go back to Pendley. Pendley has Miles, who curls a shot.
Oh, the football. Okay. We're not showing it though.
Header from Josh Craner, and he does enough to win a free
Maybe
kick.
I could probably get away with having us. Do you guys think I could get away with having it short on in the corner on my screen, or is that copyright?
Right hand side in that packed out Frank Naglington stand. There isn't a spare seat in the house, and the terracing adjacent to us in front of the learning centre.
Do you think that's too risky?
We haven't seen the new Bucks Head filled like this for about 10 years.
Challenging. Okay, perfect. TJ with the darling side.
Number 8 this afternoon. Over on that far side. He
oh, 960. Okay. Okay.
The ball into the box.
Sure. I'll play D4.
To his own half on the right side. He stalls and goes back to Miles. There's limited options. Just Montel Gibson was ahead of him. Gibson now with his pink boots, turns with his right foot, 30 yards from goal. He's got Brown to his right. Still Montel Gibson with a shot, and it's curled towards that far post. Well, he would have done well to score from there, but he had a go.
Yeah, he didn't have too many options, actually, when he picked the ball up there. You can't really blame him for having a go, because he had 3 or 4 blue shirts in front of him, but Telford a little bit slow to get up there and support Montel Gibson. It was a decent strike. He was never likely to score from there, as you say, and it was always curling wide of the post. But I agree with Dean. Gibson has looked really sharp in the opening 15 minutes of this game. Good first touch, good physicality about him, strength, holding the ball up well. This is the Montel Gibson that we want to see out there for Telford. He'll just be disappointed he didn't do more with that one chance he had.
A sliced goal kick from
it's 960. Oh, I think I win your queen now.
Side, so it's a throw to Telford.
Thank you for your queen.
In the air towards the halfway line. Storer with the captain's armband finds Remy Walker in the centre of the park. Storer
I don't think I can give you a take back.
And somehow it's spilt back towards Hawkins in the Leamington
unfortunately
goal. Well, investor Chris Ball is here. He's flown over from the States with some of his consortium from California. Said hello to me in the car park as I arrived. Leamington with a low ball into the box, cleared by Nathan Fox up to halfway, and it finds the head of Jack Edwards. Edwards looking to find Landers, who's a little bit deep.
Jack Edwards, isn't that?
Callum Stewart.
Sounds like the comedian name.
Fox now, he's been ushered towards.
Oh, sorry.
The byline.
Well, actually, we can have a rematch. We can have a rematch because that was too quick.
Right next to the corner flag. I think he may have flagged for a free kick there, Dean Craven.
No, it's a free kick. It's a good play by Fox.
Or only if you want to.
Stewart's a handful. He's chasing everything down. He's not giving up on anything. So it's a really brilliant game. I thought it was going to be a little bit cagey, Scott.
Yeah.
I thought Leamington would just...
Well, you just played too quickly. You just missed that I was threatening on C7.
Chances in this game. It's just who can finish them.
Yeah, we've had 3 really big chances. 2 for Telford inside the opening 6 minutes. Ellis Brown, I think it was inside 90 seconds. And he fluffed his lines at goal into the penalty area. And Montel Gibson as well. Ball at his feet. He did the damage on Wednesday night, but he couldn't do it this afternoon. And then it was Callum Stewart's turn at the other end. He was through on goal, and he felt the nerves and fired his shot straight into Brandon Hall. A huge sigh of relief from all of the supporters to our far left-hand side. They are jam-packed in that David Hutchison end in the sunshine here. BBC Radio Shropshire, we've had 17 minutes. It's still 0-0.
Still
Telford
0-0.
Leamington 0.
Do we want to predict? Wait, actually, we can do predictions.
Second breath in. I bet the players are really.
Let's do a prediction for first half.
It just seems to have calmed down a bit now. So Telford's going to get good possession, keep the ball a little bit. I'd like to see a bit like what Steve said. I'd like to see someone getting quicker up with Gibson because he's a bit lonely up there at the moment. But it'll come now. I think the game has settled down.
Telford.
Yeah, Telford looking to break out of their own half. Montel Gibson is the only one forward, but the ball now is at the feet of Dinanga. He played it through the centre. No one was there. Alice Brown had committed, but it was too late as Quainer.
Okay, so this is after the first half. What do we think is going to be the score?
Brendan Hall. He rolls it out to Whittle. Centre half partnership with Orrin Pendley. The story is a little bit deeper now. Dinanga sends it back to Fox. Telford can't get out of their own half at the moment. High ball from Fox on that left-hand side. Gibson is pushed over. Richard Holmes, the referee, is having none of it. And it goes back to Whittle, who can only play a short pass to his goalkeeper, Brandon Hall. That's not the best clearance from Hall. There's a real chance here for the visitors. But that's nowhere near the goal from Will Shorrock. And he didn't quite feel that he'd have a shot at goal, but the ball came to him. But Shorrock with not the best of finishes.
Not the best of finishes, unfortunately.
And this is playoffs. This is why we were saying before the game, Telford win this game 6 or 7 games out of 10. But there's a few out there at the moment who look really jittery. That's 4 or 5 times now in the opening 20 minutes of this game, where they've played suicidal passes at the back, played themselves into all sorts of trouble. And again there on another day, that costs them a goal. I agree with Dean, there's an injury. I think there'll be potentially a physio on it. This is not panning out the way I expected. I really thought Leamington would sit in, they'd make themselves hard to beat, they'd look to hit Telford on the counter, be very direct. They've really come out here and attacked. They're pressing, the press, and Telford look a little bit surprised by it themselves. I think the players look surprised by the press from Leamington to me.
Yeah, they've got a really high press, haven't they, Steve? They're actually going with the 1, Scott, and they come back with 3 right behind and pressing really high. I've not seen anyone do that to Telford all season at the moment. Like Steve says, we look a little bit jittery. Just got to calm themselves down, be brave, take that extra touch. You haven't got to panic, they're good players.
So this is the first half. Oh, we have no one voting Leamington up.
But they can still come through it.
Okay, and we have 555
they'll be all right.
charms on equal.
Only had 1 save to make on Wednesday night, but he's already been called into action a few times, and there was that unforced error just a few moments ago. Leamington can break on the left side with Shorrock. 2 white shirts.
Predictions are over.
Quainer. Level with the edge of the penalty area now on that left side. Shorrock is through towards the byline. Will he keep it in? Oh, it's gone all the way through, and it's a good job Nathan Fox was there.
Hydrate.
And he put his foot through it inside the goal area to just clear the ball away from the net.
Well, it's just another example of what we're saying, isn't it? They just look so jittery at the back. I don't know how that got through. They seemed to go through Brandon Hall at the near post, that one. Again, if there's a Leamington player there who anticipates that, it's a goal. And they're really lucky at the minute. I know Telford had a couple of chances themselves. Montel Gibson probably should score, probably should have squared to Brown as well on that other opportunity, but they're lucky here, Telford, not to have conceded.
Well, Street and Edwards have gone up for the corner. It is a Leamington corner in front of the David Hutchison end, towards the back post, and that corner of the 6-yard box. Telford clear it, but only as far as Ewan Williams, who is tumbled over, and it will be a Telford throw midway into their own half, over on that left-hand side.
They've got to calm down a little bit, Scott. They've got some experienced players out there. Leamington are going to be over the moon with the start. They really are. I know Telford had a couple of chances at the very start, but in the last 10 minutes, Leamington have played themselves into it, and Telford look a bit jittery. Just calm, be brave. We know it's a huge game. Take that extra touch. You don't have to panic, and I'm sure that's what the manager will be saying to him.
Whittle.
Don't have to panic, darlings.
The ball over the halfway line to no one. Montel Gibson wasn't going to get on the end of that, and it rolls through to Callum Hawkins. So Telford give away possession again, and the breaks, Leamington from Warwickshire, start again from their back line with Robert Evans. Evans with a short ball to this near touch line. Quainer back to Evans, who goes back to his goalkeeper, Callum Hawkins. It is edgy here at the New Bucks Head, and rightly so. It is the playoff final, but Telford just look a little bit unsettled as they look to win the ball on halfway. Ball first touched from Dinanga, who loses it, and now it's Dan Meredith on that right side.
Wait, could have taken the night with the pawn.
Into the penalty area. He's got options with Shorrock at the back post, but it's straight into the arms of Brandon Hall.
No, that wouldn't have worked.
Steve Humbles.
Well, he did. It was super work.
The pawn was pinned.
Example of what we were saying about their attack-minded approach, flooding bodies forward. It was a good ball in. Again, though, Remy Walker just runs into traffic in the middle of the park. Telford need to see this out. You know, this is a really tough 10-minute spell for them. Got to see this through.
Shorrock on halfway. It's forced backwards to that right side. Walker is in there. Adam Walker for Leamington, but Remy Walker wins the ball. Poor touch from him. He gives it away to Quainer on this left-hand side. Quainer for Leamington then on halfway. Curled shot. Miles deals with it. Storer gets a foot in. Only goes back to the centre circle, and Leamington can come again. They look to go through the
go cool with the random YouTube account.
He finds Miles, and Telford looking to
hey, go cool on YouTube.
Brown with a very wasteful ball from
Do
a
I
deep position
care about
into
this
the arms of Hawkins.
Big players now, you've got to step up. You know, it's 23 minutes in, the big players, Walker. You know, I was watching the game today. He lost the ball and didn't even chase it back, get back to the way he was playing.
Here's Dinanga, he's running through, left side of the penalty area. Leamington get a foot in. Remy Walker is there, and it's spilt out towards that right back position, and Dan Meredith,
no, it's a different.
Who will deal?
It's a different name.
The ball, and he's now sprinting along the touchline over on that far right-hand side in front of the jam-packed Jack Bentley East Terrace here at the New Bucks Head, Bank Holiday Monday. It's the playoff final. We will have an outcome as Montel Gibson slips over with the ball midway into the Leamington half now. Left side, Dinanga, he can't get there, and now Leamington looking to go through on the halfway line. Callum Stewart has been taken out by Sam Whittle, and I think for a moment that this might be a card for the centre half.
There's got to be a card.
I think your 99 is safe. Your 99 cone is safe. Oh my goodness, this is actually looking a little bit scary.
Really. I mean, simple ball through, and you know, in the end, again, he was exposed round the back a bit. Whittle, he might feel he's got to make the challenge there, I'm not sure, but it was a rugby tackle, really. I could have booked him from up here, and they just aren't thinking clearly at the moment, Telford, at all. The thought process look a bit frazzled to me. Again, whether it's the occasion, I'm not sure, Dean, but they just look frazzled.
Really
not frazzled.
Where are big players? In midfield, we're getting overrun. You know, it's right. You look at Leamington. They're a really non-league team, experienced lads, but Telford have got that extra bit of quality. You've got to show it. Get on the ball, and when I say be brave,
gotta show it.
Go and have a go. Someone, don't be worried about making a mistake. At the moment, they're wide open through the middle. Telford are, and Storer is an experienced pro. He's got to get them right. The young lads in front of him, he's got to sort them out.
Hey, Sugar Cube, I'm good. How are you?
But Rob Evans, who plants it into the penalty area. Whittle wins the header. It's high.
Oh,
TJ! Telford now have the ball.
Oh!
Who strides forward. He's got Brown to his right. Brown in this right channel. Stops and turns with his
was
right
a tough one.
And number 4, Ewan Williams, is tracking him back. Here's Ellis Miles now. Turns on the inside, 30 yards from goal. Surely he'll have a crack here. He does. He hasn't scored this season, Ellis Miles.
Hard luck. It was actually not a bad game.
Into the arms of Callum Hawkins.
It is. It's a good strike. It's worth having a go. But at the moment, Telford got to keep the ball.
Actually, you're completely winning here.
And just play your way into this game. It's so important at the moment. We're just not.
You're completely winning if you just take this. Why are you so winning?
Brown and Gibson.
Big chance.
That's crazy. I thought I was actually doing okay, but I guess I'm not.
You know, I've not seen
and now you need to take my knight.
You know, he tried to see a ball out there that was never going out. Gets himself in a mess and he gets a second yellow.
He took too much Ritalin. I think it's just the excitement of being in the final. You're actually winning the whole game, TJ. You're doing much better.
Sam Whittle with experience.
Queen A3, excellent move.
I mean, Dean, would it change your mindset knowing now that you're on a yellow card.
Of course he would. You know, and he's just done something crazy then, Whittle.
Oh yeah, that's true. You just need to take my bishop here.
He'd have to give another yellow card again. He's just got a card that I've never seen Whittle like this. He's been one of Telford's best performers. He really has, and it's just a massive occasion. But I'm sure now.
Okay, Emma Alvino is up next.
I just want to see Telford play a few more passes. It just settles everyone down.
Well, we've had 27 minutes. BBC Radio Shropshire. A few nervous faces all around us inside the new box.
Yeah, I guess there wasn't any. There wasn't any mate, but your pieces were much more active.
Fantastic, Scott. We didn't score when we had 2 good chances. That's the problem with Telford this season at times. The fact they need too many chances to score, and then we just dropped our heads.
Yeah,
we just dropped our eggs.
With those 2 decent opportunities inside 6 minutes. But as it is, we approach the half hour, and it's still goalless. Kevin Wilkin will be barking instructions.
Oh no, thanks for the follow.
Half-time rally.
The midfield for me just not quite right at the moment. I think Piggott, you know, you've not spoke about him. I've not mentioned his name for 28 minutes. He's got to get himself in the game.
Oh, sugar! I thought I could take that, but I actually can't because my bishop is hanging as well. Oh no, this might be a disaster.
Right side of the edge of the penalty area. He finds Brown on halfway now, who's got.
Oh, you got a brilliancy. Which move?
To go with Remy Walker, who's in hot form. Telford play triangles with Walker and Brown and now Ellis Miles, who creeps forward. Remy
also,
Walker
I made sticky cauliflower last night.
To Sam Whittle. Leamington,
and
who went all the way in their semi-final
I
on
thought
Wednesday.
it was okay, but I don't know if it's good
Jack
enough to
Edwards
serve
who
to
scored for them in the
crowd on
Being
Wednesday.
at home as they avoided penalties, but they did play an extra half an hour.
Yeah, that would. I guess that would make sense. I thought with the brilliancy you need to take something.
Short ball to Brown. Brown does
or
find
maybe
Piggott.
not.
Piggott spins and turns, but he's ushered out of play right in front of us here on BBC
what?
Radio Shropshire in front of the West
Why did he give the piece
main
back?
stand. And it's Leamington who have a throw level with the edge of their own penalty area.
I actually can't defend both.
And every time a Telford
but that's already defended, so I can just move this.
Top of them, and I think that hasn't helped.
But now you're just an exchange of.
Don't seem to have settled. There's 4 or 5 out there who just haven't got in the game, and when they have been in the game,
never mind, I missed my queen. Oh my goodness, I'm missing everything.
It's the occasion. That's all.
Oh no.
Somehow try and see this period through.
Okay, queen takes
experienced players out there now, the likes of Fox, the likes
yeah,
of
it was. You have a really nice position there.
Wait, what? They're just not at it at the moment.
Yeah, Kevin will have drummed into his team.
Yeah, this is just.
It will be to make the most of
this is just completely lost. Let's see if I can hold on a bit. But I doubt it.
Spilt towards that byline. It will be a goal kick. But 23 goals in their last 8 games means they are striking hot.
Dean is right though on his point about the goals, Scott. I've got to say, I mean, you score in the first 5 minutes when they have those chances, it's a different game. Everyone settles, everyone relaxes, everybody just finds that level which they haven't quite hit yet, and that's why those moments, Kevin Wilkin talks about moments all the time. That's
I actually don't have anything here.
Those are the key moments. You take advantage of those, the game turns, and Dean's right, Telford haven't done that enough this season. That's probably the one reason why they didn't win the league, really.
Well, obviously I'm a queen down.
In those situations.
Leamington tight at the back, boasting the best defence from their 40 games. They are versatile and can be set up differently. Here comes Telford with Montel Gibson. Central area, Gibson into the penalty. Still Montel Gibson right side. And it was Rob Evans who got his foot in with the charge down. It will be a Telford corner.
It's great to see him back in the game. You know, Gibson was absolutely brilliant in the 15 minutes, and then he's sort of gone off the ball. As soon as he's gone off the ball, Telford have gone off the ball. So it's great to see him. I really think they're struggling to keep hold of Gibson. Took 3 of them then to try and stop him. So I'm just hoping Gibson can just finish something off now, because at the way he's playing at the moment, they're struggling to handle him.
Okay, see you later, Dirk. Thanks for coming in.
Final. Nathan Fox with the corner on this near side.
Good luck with your work.
Frank Naggington stand supporters. It is going to be Fox towards the back stick. The goalkeeper flaps at it. Pendley is there, and it's hit the side netting. Orrin Pendley, who was stationed to the left side of the of the goal area, the 6-yard box, just hooked it back towards goal, but straight into the side netting.
The keeper's
working on applications. Oh, good luck.
He's tried to play it back in. Telford are brilliant from set pieces. They really are. They just got to keep going. Who wants to be a hero right there? That's the other thing I'll be asking.
Who wants to be a hero?
By the scruff of the neck, score a goal, or do something that someone else scores a goal, and because as soon as Telford score the first goal, they will go on to win this game.
A few former Bucks in this Leamington
squad. Oh my god! Resign. Well done. Thank God this wasn't rated. T90, thanks for the follow.
Captain Adam Walker, who had 2.5
Welcome
years
to the channel.
You have to go back
Okay, well done, Alvino.
Tyrone Barnett, the striker
he really
on the bench, who was a youngster,
killed me there.
went on to play for 11 EFL clubs and won the Football League trophy with Peterborough 10 years ago. But Telford have had a few standout performances during the league run-in, including a 1-0 win here against Leamington a month ago. And they really did kick on in the league after that soggy draw at Royston in February. They've won 12 of their last 14 league matches, which has been very impressive to watch. Ball's on halfway now. Leamington have it. Right foot of Will Shorrock, level with the edge of the penalty area. Looks to get a cross in. Leamington probing towards goal with Meredith, who's forward. Right corner of the penalty area now with Shorrock. Ball comes in.
Rutten, thanks for the follow.
Williams
Rutten
was there with the header. He attempted the header. It just went.
Hello from Turkey.
And some good fortune for Telford, because once again they were exposed.
Yeah, they've just got to.
Hello. Merhaba. I've only been to Turkey, well, not only, but Turkey I think was the first country I ever went to, apart from Romania. That was the first place. Sorry, so who is next? 5-5, okay.
That is what they're going to do. Get on the ball and make things happen.
We've had 34 minutes.
Let's go E4.
Who turns infield and wins the
Kale, thank you. Okay, we actually have some people on YouTube. Wait, let me just see who's there on YouTube.
He decides to go into the centre of the park with Storer. It's back to Brandon Hall, who plays a short pass square to Whittle now, who can move forward through the middle centre circle over halfway. Gibson, who's very deep, and he's given it away, and there's a real chance here for Callum Stewart. But Nathan
okay, we've actually got
first, and the ball is back to the feet of Brandon
one
Hall.
person.
He boots it clear back
we got
up
one
towards
person
the
on
halfway
YouTube.
line. It's a real mess in the centre of the park. Comes out with Meredith.
Hey, Kingwood
Rook.
Rook.
Pushed towards the far touch line in front of Kevin Wilkin. Dinanga now looking to get his
Telford
through. Plays it square now from left to right with the switch. Miles with a chip over the top to Gibson. Gibson has stayed on side into the penalty area. Still Montel Gibson twists and turns. Ball goes through towards the back post, and it's still not clear. And for a moment there, it looked as if Jordan Piggott might have had an opportunity, but it will be a throw.
So I think it's only you. I've never watched
Telford at the moment. Everything Telford are doing is coming through Montel Gibson again there, twisting, turning on the right edge.
I've never watched a cricket game in my life.
Finds Walker. It's a deep cross, and it's gone all the way through. I think it was being covered by Rob Evans at the back. The goalkeeper didn't seem too alarmed by that, Callum Hawkins. And it remains
then maybe
36 minutes.
Someone's got to attack that. It's a decent ball in from Remy Walker. He's just picked that up.
I've been subbed on YouTube for a while, but was clueless that you're on Twitch. No, Kalo! I've been streaming on Twitch for the past 4 years. I've only recently, well, for the past 2 days, been streaming on YouTube.
They don't quite look at it either. The physicality of Leamington.
I can't believe that.
But they do look lively.
How did you not know I was streaming on Twitch?
In defence in that midfield area.
That's insane.
In the opening 36 minutes, plenty of drama, twists and turns.
Oh my god, I'm so stupid.
Here on BBC Radio Shropshire on this bank holiday.
I'm actually so stupid.
Whittle and Storer get tangled.
I visited many countries.
Pendley with a high chipped ball. Back towards Rob Evans, the back line for Leamington. Gibson with a flick on header. Piggott was nowhere near it. Comes back to Fox, who gives it away to Adam Walker in the centre of the park. He looks to distribute the ball out wide. Dan Meredith won't get there. It will be a Telford throw on the halfway line.
They pinned Telford back quite a bit. It's one, I know it's really early, Scott. I'm actually looking at it. Could he do a little tweak into the system?
As many as you. Ooh, go cool. I wonder, have I gone to more countries than you?
If he takes someone down, it could be, he's off the pitch.
Maybe we should make a bet.
Piggott was pushed over on the edge of the penalty area. Piggott still hasn't got up. Pendley has to clear the ball from his own box.
Okay, I'm a piece down. Darlings are killing me today. What's going on? Also, it's never too late, TJ. Also, I haven't been active, so it's my fault that you haven't subscribed to YouTube. Okay, let's make a bet.
Well, Richard Holmes was here 3 times last season. He was here for the
I wonder. I'm actually curious. I have it could be close. I have a feeling that I've been to more, but maybe I haven't.
Practically in the tunnel.
Do you guess you're 1-on-1 to settle?
For Telford, Gibson with a header. It's away from goal.
Let's think. Oh, I meant to play Rexy one. That was a muscle. What?
Continues now. The fans all around us expressing their disgust.
Oh, there's 4 people on YouTube.
The referee, this game is getting stretched, and there's a real chance.
Okay, well, let's see what could we put on the line.
Chips it into the penalty area.
How about, for me, I would like a tier 3 sub. That's what I would like to put on the line, a tier 3 sub to help with the
big fluffy beard and the bald head.
With the Partner Plus eligibility. So, what would you like?
Leamington looking for an avenue, and they win a free kick on this near touchline, and Will Shorrock is...
So if I've been to more countries than you, I get a tier 3.
And Shorrock
hey Kale! Welcome from the YouTube land! Say hello to Kale, he's been fought. Oh yes, I would love a draw. I would love a draw. Thank you for the draw. You're a piece up. Why would you accept a draw? So, Kale has been a subscriber on YouTube for a while, but didn't realize I was streaming on Twitch. So you've come to the right side. Okay, so I guess I could do. I don't know. Is there some kind of dare?
Free kick to Leamington on this near side.
Maybe dress up as something.
Straight into the arms of Brandon Hall. It was a header down from that far corner. Hall.
Right.
Plays it over the halfway line.
Go cool is the best. Or do you want monetary?
Meredith now, who dribbles with the ball.
Monetary not compensation, but like bet.
And it comes back to Meredith, and Leamington can come again. They will win a throw, almost level with the edge of the penalty area, over on that far side. Dean Craig.
Yeah, you're telling me.
Again at half time, I think the manager.
Okay, here we go. Putar is next, so you can challenge me.
It's nowhere near good. It's nowhere near the heights of Wednesday night. Not even close.
Okay, then how about?
Bad saying it. Leamington are bullying Telford a little bit in certain areas. Telford have got to stand
drawing
up, fight with them, and then get their football because they're better footballers. But at the moment, they're just getting.
If you want to join the queue on, or you can, you can click, you can write !join followed by your chess.com username.
And Paul Holleran.
Maybe you can choose a dish for me to cook on stream.
Before half time now.
A drawing of you. Okay, sure. I can try that. Putar challenge rated, please. I'll accept if you challenge rated.
Says the referee, but Leamington come away with it now, and they can build again down the centre with Jack Edwards. Edwards finds...
Oh yeah, I remember who Jack Edwards is. Jack Edwards is a YouTuber. Do you guys know Jack Edwards? YouTuber? This is Jack Edwards.
Callum Stewart towards goal, and surely this may go in. But it's a last-ditch tackle from Ellis Miles who slid across. It was an empty net.
Qatar send rated.
Queuing up Dean Craven to put Leamington in front.
He's got to score.
He's one of your dad's friends? Your dad is friends with Jack Edwards?
Half-time. For me, and I don't want to be too harsh, and I can see all that having a bit of a chat now. It's boys against men. It really is. They've got to dig deep. And the occasion just got too much for some of them. Can just see it.
A proper drawing. Well, I will definitely try my best, but I'm not an artist, so I can't promise you it's going to be great, but I will try my best.
He just couldn't get his leg onto the end of the ball, Steve, but it was gaping.
Well, Dean used the word bullied, and I agree. I said
oh, Jack Edwards' father is your father's friend. Okay, so we're shaking on it. Tier 3. Tier 3. Wait. I want to add some fine print. So for plus eligibility, I need
they're getting a little bit agitated. They felt Montel Gibson's shirt
100 sub points. So if we get 100 sub points this month, then you can keep your tier 3, so that will help us for the next month, because I need it 3 months in a row. But if we don't, then you can just cancel it. How about that? Maybe that would encourage some darlings to
he finds Walker as Telford looks
to help this month.
Walker's forced backwards.
Okay, sounds good. So, tier 3 if I've travelled more.
Dinanga turns left side of the penalty area.
And
this is Ricardo Dinanga moving towards the
if you've travelled more, I'll draw a picture of you.
Looking for options. Fox was there, but so's a Leamington defender.
Oh yeah, more fine print. Do countries Qatar challenge you rated, please? Do countries count if just passed through because of flights? Well, it should count if you've gone out of the airport. So you can still count it if you visited something. Airports don't count, but if you've gone outside, it counts. Because I've done that. Where I've gone around the city and then I go back. But if it's layover, then no. Not layover, but yeah, well, I guess late. But layover not gone outside.
With just seconds left of this first half, and while this would be, Steve, the perfect time to score.
It would be an absolute steal if Telford.
Well, I get it's different for you, Kill, because yeah, states I would say count. Qatar, you've challenged unrated. Can you challenge rated? Like so that I can gain something if I win. Challenge rated.
From that acute angle, he would have done well to score.
Okay, so shaking.
And it's still 0-0.
You've challenged unrated again. Challenge rated.
Delivery from Fox, but
okay, shook. Okay, so let's do it. How are we gonna do this? I think we should do.
Gets on top of that. That's a real opportunity to head the ball forwards and score.
Well, I don't know. Goku also has more financial
back in October. Telford felt a bit hard done by actually on that
ability than me, so he goes on more holidays, I would say.
After Byron Moore had given the Bucks an early lead, and then Remy Walker was the difference here just last month in that 1-0 win against.
Sorry, not country. What am I even doing? Have been, I think. Up? Is it? Oh, Bean. Okay, I think it's called Bean. Oh, can I?
Of the season.
Wait.
As Theo Street goes down and wins a free kick for his team at midway into their own half.
Yeah, just had
a minute.
Huh. Never mind. Country.
And it is
add to
map. To come in the second half, I'm sure. It looks as if there might just be one.
Okay, shut up, Goku. Don't make me regret this. Okay, create your own custom map.
Have been able to capitalize on in this
countries.
most of the action coming inside the opening 10 minutes.
Okay, let's go.
But Leamington will finish the half stronger. Fox now with some defending to do.
You're rooting for Goku!
Checks and turns.
Putar still hasn't challenged me. What's the site? It's called mapchart.net, but I don't know how it works. Oh, that's how it works. Okay. Can I just take that off? Oh, how do I take it off? Undo. Oh, yeah. But I actually have Meeting Our Way. Wait, I'll send you the link. Here's the link.
With a big speech prepared, because AFC Telford United at the break are level with Leamington. It's 0-0, but Telford have some work to do in the second half. The two big moments came inside 6 minutes for the Bucks. Ellis Brown, who couldn't quite believe his eyes when he had the ball at his feet.
Okay,
inside the box.
Let's do it.
He sliced his effort.
Wait, can I make this a bit smaller?
And then Montel Gibson in almost an identical spot. He was on form on Wednesday, but this afternoon the finish was lacking. That was on 6. Stewart had an effort for Leamington just a few minutes later at the other end. That was on 10 minutes. There, Callum Stewart, he really should have scored. And then just a few minutes ago, it was Williams, Ewan Williams, who missed an open goal, frankly. Brandon Hall was scrambling back.
Oh, you're right.
His foot out to turn the ball goalward. And it's half-time, Steve Humbles. Your thoughts? It's 0-0.
Well, I think for 10 minutes they were great. We thought, yeah, we've landed, here we are, we've arrived.
Oh, this is a long one. A long map.
They look sharp. They had a couple of good chances. The Gibson one, he probably should score. Then he should square to Brown.
Okay, let's add in our countries. You better not lie about anything. Hey Jims, I just took a bet with Goku. Who has traveled to more countries? If I've traveled to more countries, he will subscribe tier 3. And if he's traveled to more countries, I have to draw a picture of him. Yeah, but you know, you might really want that picture. Do you know what? I would actually just draw you a picture if you subscribe to tier 3 anyway. Well, my memory isn't great either. Maybe we'll have some story time with each country, but we'll be here all day because I've traveled so many more than you, Goku. So let's see. Let's start with. I haven't been to Australia, unfortunately. Okay, let's start with.
But he will be changing things.
Oh, it's annoying. Argentina. I haven't. It's only airport. Okay, Brazil. I've been to Brazil. That's where I met Emma for the first time. But I want to change the color of that. I don't like the red. Can I change the color?
Over to Nick Southall, who is alongside us here, and he will take you through half-time after the first
go for it, TJ.
minutes. Here in the playoff final, it's Telford 0, Leamington 0.
Freak out me, John. Also, wait, so predictions are up. It was actually equal. So it was equal after the first half. Who is winning the points?
I think you get up to like 100 miles an hour. Something like that.
Wait, I want to change the color. Who gets... Oh, Jan 42 gets some points. Oh yeah, do predictions for this. Oh yeah, I'll do that now. Okay, so predictions for Goku. Who has traveled more, me or Goku? Okay.
Well, it's 0-0 at half-time in this playoff final between Telford and Leamington.
I don't think we can put equal. We've hardly been to the exact same amount of countries. But in case of that, I'll put in...
I think it's tension from our commentary team. Scott's legs go up and down like 10 to a dozen, and then I think it's caught on to Dean. His legs have been going up and down. Then it's me. I'm starting to get
voting
as well. You can feel the whole bench just bouncing up and down at the moment. I mean, that's what it does to
you. You mean you haven't been to Ibiza, TJ?
Or you're not. It is just what is the prize?
With the amount of guessing you've done
The
there.
prize is promotion. It's the difference between going to Leiston or going to somewhere like Hereford.
No, don't. Also, I'm just incredibly lucky that I was brought up with chess and I got all these trips basically for free because I was playing for my country. So I just got incredibly lucky basically. And also my family invested most of the things.
And also, do you think actually Leamington
they prioritized us going on trips, even if they were not glamorous, rather than buying us other things. So I'm just lucky in that sense. You haven't said. Oh yeah, you did tell me that, Jim. That's true. You have told me that. Okay, let's see. Wait, I want to change. I want to change the color.
Just let the onslaught keep coming, keep coming. They've got to sort the midfield out.
So what would you do? You're Kevin Wilkin.
Oh, here are the colors. Sorry, I'm so stupid.
I would actually bring on the captain.
Let's do.
So I could get Fox pushed on because Fox is good going forward at the moment.
I would like this purple. Okay, so Brazil, that's where we met Emma for the first time. In 2011, that was my second World Championship. Spain, we've been there many times. Yeah.
I just think the wing backs there.
Do States next. Oh yes, States don't count though. I've been to the United States, I guess, so that counts. I haven't been to Canada.
From wing back areas, and we get lots of joy from that. At the moment, you know.
Oh, does it count the countries? Well, we can. Oh, you're right, Chris. You're right. What are we gonna do about that? Well, whoever has the more coloured in. This referee has been appalling. We had him in the first game 2 seasons, 2 years ago division. Oh no.
I can't come up with any other rationale for it, Nick. I really can't. I think Dean and I have been kind of staring at each other. I can't believe I'm seeing it quite. It's just not what we expected at all.
How are we gonna count? I guess we can keep track.
I think you have to just put it down to the occasion.
We can just. I'll just do a tally chart. So far we're on 3. Okay, we're on 3. Portugal, I've been to Portugal, so that's 4. Ireland, I've been to Ireland, so that's 5. And Northern Ireland! Oh, that doesn't count. Okay, United Kingdom, we'll count that one. Okay, 6. We've been to Iceland, that's 7. Norway, 3. Sorry, 8. That's Sweden. 4. Oh, I haven't been to Finland. Gotta go to Finland. I've been to Russia, so we get to colour that one in. Okay, so far that's 10. Haven't been to Ukraine or Belarus. Been to Lithuania, so that is 11. South Africa.
It's really interesting to watch
12.
the evolution of this game, the energy. That
haven't been
was
anywhere
prior to
else
the
in
game.
Africa.
Everybody was bouncing, everybody was singing, everyone was getting into it, and of course, as you mentioned, the game
I've not been to Morocco. I would like to go to Morocco.
And the turning point at the back of the goal was that opportunity that Leamington
Turkey,
had, where they effectively missed an empty net. They had
that
2 swipes at it,
is
and the second
13.
one was an empty net. Everybody's heart was in their mouths.
Okay, France 14.
And they hit the post.
Germany.
And that was the moment that the fans
15.
seemed to
Netherlands.
be drained of energy. Now,
Go cool. I actually might be
kicking towards
same.
the goal where the fans are. This is the opposite.
Okay, so far we have
so hopefully
16.
the fans will lift them, give them momentum, and give them the drive. There's been far much more defensive play tonight than there was on Wednesday. And as I look at the crowd, everybody's just watching on. There's a few fans with their elbows on the metal
I've been to
girls with their
Italy.
sort of head in their hands, and they just
Wait, that's crazy. Have I not been to
and
Belgium?
nervous. And
What kind of geoguesser is this? It's a bet between Goku and I. Okay, Romania. Oh no, I have a bad feeling Goku might win.
Yeah, you can
What number? We're on 5, 10, 15, 18.
The sun is breaking through the clouds once again. It's 0-0. The second half to come, but let's hear all the nervousness.
I don't know, we're both doing it right now. Okay, Croatia. Austria. Switzerland.
This is it for Telford. This is their chance to make it count. Here's Dinanga into the
Monaco. Haha, Monaco! I mean, Goku has been to Monaco because of Formula 1, I guess. Czech Republic. Or Czechia, sorry. Slovakia.
And it's fired just wide of the right-hand post of Callum Hawkins. Oh, there's a chance here for Leamington. He won't get there, but there's a chance for Landers who can...
I actually haven't been to Poland.
Closed down, it comes back and Brandon Hall makes a fantastic save.
Latvia.
Inside his own 6-yard box. Towards the back stick, the goalkeeper flaps at it. Pendley is there, and it's hit the side netting. Leamington stringing passes together. Here's Callum Stewart towards goal, and surely this may go in. But it's a last-ditch tackle from Ellis Miles who slid across.
Dungaree stream.
And they were queuing up there. Referee has had enough.
I'll have a Dungaree stream at some point. I actually did wear dungarees the other day.
Kevin Wilkin trudges over towards the tunnel with a big speech prepared because AFC Telford United at the break are level with Leamington. It's 0-0, but Telford have some work to do in the second half.
But I've been to...
Steve Humbles is alongside me, and Steve, just looking out at the...
Oh, I've been to India. Goku has also been to India. Doesn't count so much.
Up out there. It doesn't appear that they're going to make any drastic changes at half-time. We've heard Dean Craven, who's been involved in 2 promotions with Telford in his playing career here, and what a career it was, saying that he'd go to a...
I'm kind of stuck here, I guess. I've been to UAE, but where is that?
He's going to stick to his guns.
I would think so. Yeah, I wonder if he'll give it 5 or 10 minutes. I think, as Dean said, they just need more energy out there. And
wait, shouldn't we let our memories piece? Oh, there it is.
At half time.
Okay, so far it has 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. They have 30. I don't know if it's looking good.
I think yes, you can look at systems, formations, etc.
I actually forgot about those.
Basics there that just weren't there for Telford.
It's not looking good, darlings. I might not win.
I keep saying it. We've got to make allowances for the occasion, but I just think Leamington have come and, based on that first half, have adapted to the occasion better than Telford have. They look relaxed. I suppose you could say they're playing without the pressure of having 4,500 home supporters in the ground.
Wait, let me think.
As well, perhaps not that weight of expectation that maybe Telford do carry around with them. But Leamington have just...
Oh yeah, Uruguay. You're right.
They've been knocking the ball around. Telford look like
they've been to Uruguay.
Far too many out there look like they've got the weight of the world on the shoulders during that first half.
Okay.
So first and foremost, he's just got to try and get them just to try and relax, to try and get the mental state right at 1 or 2 out there, because you're making basic uncharacteristic mistakes, Nick, at times, and players who've been so good for much of the season, just poor first touch.
There have been to any players that don't exist anymore.
As well. I can only put it down to the occasion because we know these are good players. So I think
it's not real, you mean? I haven't been to Is Not Real.
If he doesn't get more than this in the first 10 minutes of the second half, we'll be making changes.
Well, first goal really feels crucial.
Oh, it does. And
oh yeah, Vatican, but that doesn't... Wait, is Vatican in there?
You look at the chances they had.
No, Vatican is not in there.
Different game.
Oh yeah, Greece. Yeah, I've been to Greece. Greece was my first World Championship. Okay, Greece, that's 31. No, I haven't been to... I wasn't born then. Or was I? Okay, we will put Vatican in. We'll put Vatican in. I'm adding that. Serbia. Like, I'm sure I have been to Serbia, I just can't remember when. But I must have been there for something. But I don't know. I actually can't remember. I don't think I have. I'm just really surprised, like, I definitely have been to Denmark when I was younger, but I also don't remember.
All will become clear in the second half.
Breakfast with with Adam Green on BBC Radio Shropshire.
Are table manners a thing?
Oh, I've been to Slovenia.
Apparently, many Zers?
No, I haven't been to Australia.
Okay. Zers believe traditional table etiquette is no longer relevant.
I hope I don't do any of them, but the one
yeah, I
that
don't think I've been to.
Is when I'm sitting
okay, I've been to Moldova.
Food to arrive, and my friends
kind of impossible not to go there if you're from Romania. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35.
Parents, it's not their fault. Parents haven't told them. Wait until the dinner gong has sounded.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Breakfast with Adam Green.
I can't be accused like all these other Gen Zs of not having table manners.
No, Gen Z.
Gotta be on my
BBC Radio Shropshire. Bank Holiday Sports
on BBC Radio Shropshire.
Yeah, I must have gone to. No, I haven't been to Canada. Bulgaria is also another one of those where I surely have gone, it's just not been memorable maybe.
Inside a sellout New Bucks Head. Tickets were selling like hotcakes. We haven't had scenes here like this.
Oh, sorry, I've been to Albania. I was in Albania last year.
In force on this bank holiday Monday. Well, the semi-final on Wednesday was pure magic. The Bucks must perform one final spell to get over the line and win promotion.
I mean, I'm not going to click Bulgaria because I actually can't remember when I have been, but I'm sure I have been just for like a small thing.
The feeling around the stadium is that Telford
yeah, okay, this is it. Yeah, Georgia has clicked already.
Inside this ground. And I have to remind you with a disclaimer that this
oh no, go cool! Have you been counting?
And a dreaded penalty shootout. Can you cope
This
with
is
that?
it for me.
You might have to. BBC Radio Shropshire, second half commentary to come with me, Scott Harris, Dean Craven.
I haven't been to North Korea. Okay, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. I have 36. Yeah, Kazakhstan, I was actually supposed to go there, but I don't think I ended up there. Yeah, I didn't go to Kazakhstan. I was meant to go for the economics Olympiad.
The start of the half there has spotted something. He came and spoke to the ref.
It was postponed.
So I think they're just waiting for something, potentially just another peg in the net before we get this one back underway, and that's the reason for the delay at the start of the second half here. But look, he'll have read the right act, to be blunt.
I've not travelled Asia so much.
He'll be demanding more effort. He'll be demanding more energy from his side. He won't have been happy at all with a lot of what he's seen in that first period, and I would expect a reaction from Telford, to be honest, at the start.
Wait, I've been to Luxembourg, so I'm clicking that.
Before you even think about
okay, Luxembourg. That was so small.
Really good stuff. Just energy. They've got to be matching Leamington because they did look overrun at times in that first half.
Azerbaijan is
changing the football now. This won't do anyone any favours, as they're looking to fix the net to our left-hand side. Dean, how did you used to control your emotions at the half-time break? What did you used to do?
I think this is it for me.
I just used to sit there, usually listen to the manager first, listen to a bit of music.
Yeah, this is it.
Couldn't wait to get back out for the second half. And
haven't been to Malta.
That's 0-0.
That's sad.
It wasn't the best first half. It really wasn't. But we know there's some really good players at Telford, and there's from match.
And we need to go. I need to go to Finland.
Walker, Story, Gibbs. You can go on and on and on. They're going to play better second half. It's nervous, it's a massive occasion, and there's a lot of young lads out there. So let's not be too harsh on them. I think they just got to go for it second half and go back to the way they normally play.
We're desperate to know what you used to listen to.
I'm a bit of everything. You'd be surprised. But
okay, what's your number, Goku?
I like loads of old Beatles and Beach Boys, but I do like the new stuff as well. But
I know, I've been waiting
to change. Metal back in the dressing room or UK garage?
No, I like all the.
What's your number? Mine? You're still counting. You're still counting. No!
If you're wondering why we're going through Dean Craven's record collection, it's because there is a delay to the start of this second half. The net has.
Well, does Europe really count so much? Because you can just go
to our left-hand side. in front of the David Hutchison.
With Europe,
so they are
it's easy to go to loads of countries.
This is not ideal preparation for either side, Dean, is it, going into this second half? You just want to get underway.
Yeah, it just adds to the occasion, doesn't it? You know, something like that going wrong. So,
well, your name is Universe.
Ball faster. You know, move it faster from right to left if they're going to do it. A little bit tempo, a bit higher, because we know there's loads of goals in us. You know, there's some big performances still to come. Some of our big players haven't done it.
Yeah, if we discount Europe, I wouldn't have a chance, but...
Well, I'm not sure if we can go to Paul Shuttleworth, who is over that side of the ground. Paul, can you hear us?
Yeah. I can indeed, yes. There was just where the net joins onto the post, it seemed to have come a little bit unhinged and they could pick it up. It's like a couple of tent pegs that they put on top of it. It did take about 5 people to do it, so nevertheless somebody had to bring the peg, and then the referee had to check the peg was done, and there was somebody from the ground staff, but it all seems to be now in order and looking exactly how it should, and we're ready for the kickoff, so hopefully now we can get things underway.
I'm not looking for any, I'm just trying to remember, have I been to any of the other countries, but I don't think I have.
Leamington will be going from
I definitely haven't. I'm so surprised. Yeah, I definitely haven't been to Poland, but that's something that is like crazy to me.
Some blue socks, Telford in their home kit, as you'd expect. White shirts, black shorts,
Masons have been there. Bulgaria also and Serbia are weird.
The home faithful in that David Hutchison end. The sun is out here. It's Bank Holiday Monday, and it's simple. Telford have to find a goal.
Yeah, let's check the FIDE profile. But I didn't play any tournaments in.
Today they are so close to bouncing back up at what would be the first time of asking. It's Telford 0, Leamington 0.
Serbia or Bulgaria, but Bulgaria, I guess it doesn't count if you travel through it, because we've definitely traveled through it with the car.
Travelling supporters in that Frank Naggington stand. It's a long throw from Robert Evans. It's cleared away from danger, and it was Ellis Brown who tracked back and
okay, so what's your number? You're still counting. That is not a good sign. Goku has been to many Asian countries.
As you were at the moment from the first half. Couple of bits of play we've had.
Unfortunately, actually, maybe Goku would have won because he lives in Europe,
which you don't want to do against the Leamington side, who will just ping the ball into the penalty
and he's from Asia, so he has travelled. He has had 2 opportunities.
Back to the halfway line now as Leamington look to recycle and come again. There's a high challenge that has come in.
Well, I don't think I
That's a head injury here, and Richard Holmes, the linesman's flag goes up. Richard Holmes, the referee, has to deal with this because that was a nasty blow to the head. And I think it's Kyle Storer who's gone down here. And he looks to be in a bad way, so there will be a lengthy stoppage. We've had 2.5 minutes of this second half on BBC.
Go cool! At least tell me what.
The atmosphere has been electric.
At least tell me what
in the build-up to this game.
Number you're on.
The first half, the David Hutchison end, brimming with fans, bouncing, playing the drum. And here in the West Stand, I cannot see a spare seat. Everyone is taken.
Stop there!
As we get back underway.
No! Goku!
Minor treatment. Pendley now tracking back and will deal with this ball that's loose in his right back position. Pendley will look to play the ball along the line. It's a curl into the centre. There's a chance here for Dinanga. The Leamington midfielder has wore that well. And it comes back to Whittle, who will have to deal with this. He goes down. And it will be a free kick to Telford. And well,
no!
It
it's not. Clock is ticking.
It was dangerous.
Well, again, there, they just look. I just can't put my finger on it. I mean, there, you know, Whittle's waiting for Hall, Hall's waiting for Whittle. Nobody.
It's not lost.
Indecisive. Again, it just comes back to my point from the first half. Just decision making. The heads just aren't thinking clearly at the moment. You know, normally they just deal with it. You don't mess around with it there. You know, I mean, in the end, he got lucky to get the free kick. To be honest, I thought there's an awful lot in that. But again, it's just they just look like mentally they're not making good decisions out there on the pitch at the moment.
Denanga, though, at the same time, Steve, you know, he's got to hold that ball up. If he can hold that ball up, get a few passes in, you back up this pitch, and instead of that, it's coming straight down the other end. Something silly happens, and you're under pressure again. Got to get hold of the ball and get that extra pass in. So important.
Well, the Olympiad is in Uzbekistan next year. Next year. So I'll add another, hopefully. Not next year, in 2 years, in 2 years.
And is it the captain, Adam Walker, who's been taken out? And it will be a free kick to Leamington. 10 yards in to the Telford half. And this ball will be on the diagonal, I'm sure, to the edge of the D. Telford have to remain switched on. There's
Google, have we not finished counting yet?
With, Jordan Piggott, who's come back into that defensive line. So is Remy Walker. As Telford mark up their men. And I think it is going to be Quainer.
No!
On that left side. High ball into the penalty area. And that is collected by Brandon Hall, who slips over as he looks to...
I have 37! You beat me by 2! No! Wait, I need to recount! I need to recount!
But at this point in the game, I just want to see Telford get a few more passes in, play the Salmons game a little bit more, because
you beat me by 2 countries! That is not fair. I can't believe that.
Leamington's game at the moment. Play Telford's game.
Now, this game needs a goal. It really does. And if you weren't with us earlier, Ellis Brown inside 90 seconds, according to my watch, had perhaps one of the best moments. He had a scuff.
I mean, okay, even if Bulgaria counts.
Just shy of 2 minutes, and Montel Gibson on 6, who...
I've definitely passed through it, but I don't remember... I don't remember
have scored. Here's Montel Gibson
doing anything there.
Ball out, central area now. Here's Ellis Brown towards
goal. No!
It's cleared by Theo Street, and that will go out for a Telford throw over on that far side, just 2 or 3 yards from the corner flag in front of that Jack Bentley East Terrace.
That's more like it. Tempo faster, 3 passes and we're getting a shot away. That's more like Telford.
Telford with a throw over on that far side.
Okay, 37. Wow.
Miles looks to find Remy Walker. Walker is pushed over. The referee says that it was fair. Miles with the ball back to Walker. Return pass. Walker now skipping his way through towards the byline. It's come off the defender and hacked away. Meredith and Quainer were there. It's gone out of play on the halfway line. Leamington looking to pile forward now and get out of their own box. Telford line up with Hall in goal, the back 4 of Miles, Pendley, Whittle and Fox.
You beat to South Korea, that's pretty cool.
With Walker and Piggott, and the 3 leading the line up top, Ellis Brown, Montel Gibson and Ricardo Dinanga. Well, Dinanga hasn't had many moments so far. Here come Leamington, they break into the Telford box, there's a real chance here for Stewart, and it's saved by the legs of Brandon Hall, but Stewart shouldn't have been allowed to have a shot on goal.
He's got to change it.
Wait, okay,
he's got
let's
to change
see.
it. How can he leave it here, Kevin Wilkin? It just isn't working at the moment. They're getting so easily overrun. I mean, what can you say, Dean, that we haven't said already? But I'm not seeing a change at the moment. A couple of decent passages of play, but again, they're just so exposed when Leamington go forward. In the end, Hall gets him out of jail there a little bit with a good save with his legs, but he shouldn't be getting the shot away from there. He's just done Whittle too easily for me. And to me, I just haven't seen enough of a change from the first half. Telford have got to change something here. They've got to get their foot on the ball, get some control in the middle of the park and start to exert themselves again going forward, because this game's drifting away from them for me.
Whittle won the header on the edge of his own penalty area. It's high now towards the centre.
Yeah, there's 40 there.
Win the header. Ball now
there's 40. Wait, I'm counting mine from the beginning.
Will be a throw to Telford. Fox looking for Gibson.
I'm counting mine from the beginning.
It'll be Fox with the throw. He's near touchline. He finds Walker. And Walker does win a throw. Back in the same place with Nathan Fox. box to the feet of Walker. And this near touchline links up with
Wait.
Story. Now it's Walker. It's Walker who's through. Walker with a shot.
Oh, we can split. Wait! We can split the UK.
You can see that
We can split the UK.
As soon as he gets the ball, they're straight on and they're being very
We're
aggressive.
splitting the UK. Have you been to all of the UK countries?
They're going to come and try and fly tackles in. Just skip round him like he just did there. It's a little. He's going for the worldie shot, but he has got that in him, Scott. You know, he really has. He's got to get on the ball more.
Have you been to all? Have you been to Northern Ireland? We're splitting.
In front of that David Hutchison end, where it's quite an atmosphere in there.
What about Northern Ireland?
Telford looking to carve something out, and now they can motor and move in the centre of midfield. It was a poor first touch from Jordan Piggott. Far too often from too many Telford players this afternoon. But now here's Ellis.
Yes, I get one extra. I get one extra.
The penalty area. He is forced backwards to Miles. Return pass to Brown, who looks to break his way through.
There are 3 in the UK. Wait, what are 4? Oh, wait. Oh, there's also Jersey.
But it was wide of the
There's also Jersey.
They can't live them and they put
We never. No, Northern Ireland is its own.
You know, he always scores the harder chances rather than the easy ones. Good play, so much better from Telford.
It arrived at Gibson mid-air, Steve, at quite some speed.
Yeah, to be fair, it would have taken some.
Yeah, you're right. Wait, let me just recount. Okay, I'm gonna write a list of mine.
Distance, which was far too easy. There's been nothing really since that opening 10 minutes or so. But that's just symptomatic of the fact that they haven't been able to get themselves in the game and they've been overrun a little bit. But just gradual improvements here for them. Gradual improvements. It's small at the moment. It's incremental. But yeah, they're getting better. I think he's going to make a change in it.
The substitution is going to take place, and it is going to be Kyle Storer who is coming off. And who's coming on? Looks as if it's Stenson.
Yeah, interesting. Really interesting. So we'll see how they rejig things as a result of that. But yeah, it looks like it is.
I'm just gonna write mine down.
Who's come on for Storer,
so
presumably a bit of a shift of
we have
structure here, Dick.
You think you maybe go back to a 4-4-2, wouldn't you, with that substitution? You know, and he just Gibson's on his own too much. Yeah, it could be a real.
Does look that way. There's a chip ball over the top to Montel Gibson, but the flag goes up. And it was a nice move from Remy Walker.
Wait, how'd you spell your...
over the top to Gibson, right side of the penalty
How'd you spell
area.
your going?
It was a mistimed run, but that would have been an opportunity.
No, I spelled it right the first time.
Really tight, that to me. I thought he was okay. He's gone down Gibson as well, so I think he might need a little bit of treatment. But must admit, my initial reaction, I mean, Gibson gets caught offside a lot, but my initial reaction when that one went over the top was he was a fraction behind. I know we're a long way from it from here, but that looked really close. No guarantee he'd have scored, but it looked really close.
Walker just grabbed this game by the stuff. You know, he's got to scuff it out. He's got to get hold of it because he's making everything happen for Telford when he gets on the ball. Keep talking about he's not been in this game enough. He's just got to up his game now, which we've seen all season from him. Get hold of the ball and
Leamington know that.
Yeah, true.
And here come Telford then, with Gibson in that central area.
I'm milking it.
Look to link up with Dinanga, and it's gone out of play. And that just shows the afternoon so far, something has got to change.
Well, this is what we say about playoffs. You know, you can play well all season, you can do all this, that, you can look at the man-for-man, the 11v11, and we've said all day long, Telford on paper should win this game. But there's too many having off days. Far too many out there having off days at the moment for me. And for me, they're lucky to be 0-0 at the minute. They're really lucky to be 0-0 in this game. That's the biggest positive I can come out with at the moment for Telford is it is still 0-0. And the game is still there to be won.
Nice work from Fox and Whittle, who switched the play over to that right side. Brown goes in over the top, and it will be a Leamington free kick midway into that Bucks half. It is Will Shorrock who is down again, and it's going to be a card, you might feel, here for that.
some of the younger lads have really struggled with the physicality of this team as well. I look at Brown, Denanga, you know, Walker's struggled. He's down as well. He's going to need some treatment. Walker,
You're at the airport, Emma. Safe trip.
At the moment, Kevin Wilkins.
We need to travel more so that I win some more bets.
I just think some of the young lads have really struggled with the physicality. Again, there you just saw Brown so easily pushed off the ball, and in the end, he just had to make the foul really because the guys passed him, and it's odd because it's just not something we've
How many can I name?
I keep saying it, but we've not been used to this from Telford this season. But there's so many out there who are playing below the natural levels that we've seen, and you cannot have that in these big games and get away with it. At the moment, they are getting away with it to an extent because they're still level. But that's about all I can say for it.
We've got to rely on their ability a bit. I totally agree with you, Steve. You know, physically they haven't been at it. They've got to get into, got to be more physical.
I have no chance. I have no chance.
So much ability right across the team. They've just got to get a goal.
And that's the point, isn't it?
Yeah.
You win your physical battles first, and that allows you to play the game. And at the minute, they're not winning those physical battles. Consequently, they can't exert any kind of authority on the game at all.
I want to see Denanga next time he gets the ball.
Oh, I do wear hungry.
Against the right back. Just get the ball, just knock it, and get in a foot race with him. See if he can run, because he hasn't done it all game. We know how quick Denanga can be.
Rob Evans, the centre half for Leamington, who signed from Halesoe. He was fundamental in their promotion from Step 4 last season, so he knows how to win. And it is going to be Evans with the ball. It's played in towards that near post, and it's straight into the arms of Brandon Hall. It looked as if Callum Stewart had stuck a leg out. Whether it took a deflection, we'll never know. Here's Montel Gibson as Telford look to break at the other end, running sideways. Nice ball from Gibson. He finds Remy Walker.
I think that's it.
He links up with Brown as Telford switch their shape. They're held up here. Back to Walker, who's deep, and he's forced backwards to Orrin Pendley, and all forward momentum has been lost there, and the ball is at the feet of Sam Whittle. Whittle finds Piggott, who is so deep, Jordan Piggott, on halfway, and he can bring it out to that right side with Walker, who's almost on the halfway line. Walker drives forward, ball at his feet, stops and turns. Leamington pushing Telford back.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28.
Nice passes in. Okay, they're going backwards sometimes. I know the fans are growing about
29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39. Yeah, I've got 39, but Goku beat me. No! Okay, I'll have to draw you a picture.
That ability, just something that a little bit of brilliance. Who wants to be a hero? Because this game is.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine.
Maybe a goal kick to Leamington with Hawkins.
I wasn't well, even with counting double.
Evans and Quainer on the left side. Shorrock in midfield with Edwards, Williams, and Walker.
Even with counting double.
Stewart. Well, they are alternating.
That was really close. Okay, I've got to go to a few more countries.
Here come Telford then, who have the ball in midfield with Brown. Brown goes over. The referee says.
Oh yeah, I should have done that.
Make the most of it with Quainer.
Too late. I don't have the thing saved.
Skips and turns. There's a late challenge, but the referee says play on. Montel Gibson.
Hey, Maxie.
Inside the Leamington half. Evans was there and gets a foot in, and the ball goes high into the sky.
Okay. Let me go back to this.
But Telford have to do something. We've had 62 minutes.
Again there though, Brown just shoved off the ball. How many times have we seen that this afternoon? He got the ball over there and he's just given a little bit of a shove and he's got
Telford, they're not winning yet. Okay, so predictions, whoever voted. It actually was close to equal.
Anything there but steer the ball away from danger. So it will be a throw to Telford with Nathan Fox, left side, midway into the Leamington half, back towards the.
Emma's flying over to Germany. I'm so excited.
And it's Fox now. Turns in field, plays it into the centre to Montel Gibson with a shot towards goal.
Wow, Jan has really been raking it in.
The angle and goes beyond the far post.
Nice bit of play by Fox. Gibson should have done better. He's lost his foot a little bit, but I want to see Fox pushing on a little bit. I know the winger's got it.
2 prediction wins today.
Make that pass. I thought he could have.
Yeah, really close to equal.
and you know, then he's got to get back straight away. The only thing I say about Leamington as well, it seems to have dropped their tempo a little bit. I wonder if what Nick said.
Yeah, Australia, New Zealand. Also, like all the Asian countries, Hong Kong.
They are tiring just slightly.
I didn't know you went to South Korea. That's really cool.
Consider because Leamington played an extra half an hour on Wednesday night. Telford were tucked up in bed much earlier after their 2-0 win against Mickle over here. And you have to say that the conditions that are favourable. Well, here comes Telford into the penalty area. Piggott plays it square. It's a chance for Stenson. The shot is charged down. Comes back to Remy Walker. The crowd encourage him to shoot. Remy Walker. Well, it didn't quite fall to him in the end on the edge of the D. And Leamington clear the line. Piggott is there as well with Stenson. And Piggott wins a free kick. He was looking to direct the ball to Matty Stenson. But Piggott is tumbled over. He's pushed over. And now Telford will have a free kick, Steve. Some 30 yards from goal.
Better, more energy, bit more tempo about the performance.
More energy, more footwork, more energy, more passion.
Draws the foul from the defender. It's probably a fraction too far out.
I've got a 10-minute challenge from Yi.
It's got to be 30 yards minimum. Well, you never know with Remy Walker, but that's better from Telford.
They did well with that, Steve, as well with the second.
Do you guys want to play Joy?
Penalties come through, won the first ball, and then Telford are there for the second ball, which I think they struggled first half. They weren't picking enough second balls up, which is that little bit. They've been a little bit lacking. It's so much better, so much better in the last 5 minutes.
Surely you just have to drill this at goal. Orin Pendley is going up.
Have the feeling such a list with my parents.
Take this free kick.
Yeah, I've got to warm my joiner. Wait, have the feeling such a list with my parents.
Well, it was always asking something special to score from that range.
Oh, like combined, you mean? Actually, for me, it wouldn't be that different. Well, actually, my mom and my dad have traveled to different places. It wouldn't add that much more. Maybe, I think I would have like.
Montel Gibson.
Yeah, maybe I would have 50 out of 50.
Jack Edwards, but he couldn't keep the ball in. It will be a Leamington throw in their right back position.
My dad has been to Singapore as well.
Much better from Telford there. The energy from Gibson to chase that one down. In the end, his control just let him down. Although they've got the opportunity here to pen Leamington in their right back position. But yeah, last 5 minutes, this is more like it. This is what we need to see. Just that bit of energy, that bit of tempo that's been lacking too often during the course of this game. And I agree with the points around Leamington. You would hope they would start to tire as this game wears on, because they were so strong on the press in that first half. They can't, well, can they maintain that for the 90 minutes? I suspect not.
High ball on halfway that was won by Sam Whittle. Montel Gibson has the ball at his feet in that left side. Ball comes into the penalty area and it's cleared away by Rob Evans.
It's gonna be a draw. Wait, if it's a draw, will we have penalties?
He now needs to deal with this at the other end. And Brandon Hall on the edge of his
will there be penalties?
Penalty area. It was a little bit too close for comfort from our angle. But he latched onto the ball and he needed to. The probing Leamington frontman was there ready to pounce.
Again, just decision making at the time there. You know, Whittle kind of leaves it to Pendley, and then Pendley's leaving it to Hall, and his header was short. And tell you what, that was close. Heart was in my mouth there when he collected that, because that was absolutely on the line.
The linesman had the best view. And here comes Remy Walker now, the number 7. He strides forward. Still Remy Walker with a shot, and it's ballooned over the crossbar, but it has taken a deflection. And it will be a corner for AFC Telford United, Dean Craven.
So much better from Telford. And he's took a player out of midfield, but the midfield actually looks better now. Stenson up front, yeah, he's helping with more. It's just so much better. A little tweak the manager's done has really helped.
What can they do from this corner? The nerves are jangling all around the new Bucks here.
Jangling.
Faces in this
the nerves are jangling.
Remy Walker.
Oh, that's a check.
Corner. Left side.
That's really annoying.
In front of the David Hutchison end. Big Orin Pendley's gone up. In comes the corner towards the back post. Everyone's missed it. And I think Stenson was there and he couldn't turn it goalward. That was a moment.
That's twice now the keeper's flapped at it. Stenson's got to score. He has come over, the keeper's completely flapped. It's an open net. Yes, he had a defender on him as well to put him off, but he's still got to score. All you've got to do is hit the target, it's a goal. But so much better, so much better. Stay at this tempo now, because at the moment they're all over Leamington. Stay like this right through for the next 20 minutes and we'll get a goal.
Well, we need a goal. We are midway through the second half, and it's still 0-0 on BBC Radio
Okay,
Shropshire. I'm Scott
midway
Harris,
through the second half, and it's still
Dean Craven
0-0.
and Steve Humbles. Leamington now into the penalty area. Oh, this could go anywhere, but it's over the bar. And it will be a goal kick, but once again...
Wait, isn't...
Yeah, Pickett though did brilliant there.
No, I don't think there's anything on today.
I wonder if Pickett just didn't feel comfortable with the three. It didn't work. The three in midfield just didn't work. Since he's gone back to two, Telford are picking up bits. They're getting us playing again. But again, we know...
Don't ask me what I'm playing.
It's not been like this all season. I think the occasion... We do look shaky, but we just, you know, we just got to keep going.
Well, who's going to be the Telford hero today? Memories of Phil Traynor all those years ago, since he scored that goal from Andy Brown's cross.
Thanks for this gifted sub Goku.
To step up and make memories. Pendley wins the ball from his back line, edge of the box, directs it towards Hall.
That was actually a fun bet.
Now on this right avenue.
Thank you. I'll take it.
Ball over the top, looks to find Callum Stewart. Stewart's all the way through. Stewart with a chance here. They're queuing up for Leamington. And there was a footing from Remy Walker. A last-ditch effort.
I'm gonna do your drawing on stream. Oh, Sugar, this is Bullet. Why am I thinking?
Struggle today, hasn't he? Again.
What am I thinking?
Done so easy. He's completely misjudged the flight of that as that's come over all season long. He's been dealing with those. He's been winning the first contact. He's been judging it.
Oh shit.
Total misjudgment there, and all of a sudden they're in around the back, and again Telford were at 6s and 7s. Should score. I mean, Leamington, I'll tell you what, Leamington should be ahead in this game, and Paul Holleran will, I know they're not the favourites in this one, and I know he'll be happy with how they've played generally, but he won't be happy that they haven't taken their chances, because they should be ahead in this football match. Telford should be out of this. They really should, and I think Telford are so lucky at the moment to still be 0-0 with 20
Jan!
I'm hoping I want to bring you back a long time ago.
Sugar.
This was like when we played Kendall. We got the run around, we hit them on the break, and right at the end of the game, and won the game.
No, I got rated! Thank you so much, Jan, for gifting us up to International Traveller. Thank you so much.
We're going to pitch a goal, get out of there, get promotion, and just forget about the performance, because at the back today, that's the...
Wait, let's actually play... Okay, after this I'll play a tournament.
A decent striker. He's got a hatful today.
And it's the decision making.
Sounds like such a Birmingham accent.
Down to the occasion, just making bad decisions. Again, there, Dean, that was just a misjudgment. Nothing more than that. And as soon as you make a misjudgment, you're in trouble. Because all of a sudden,
Brad Kelly! Sorry, Chris, thanks for gifting us up to R.A. Kelly. Brad Kelly, thank you so much.
He's been sensational. Yeah, it's been absolutely magnificent.
He was the difference. When he signed, all Telford's look changed. So it's not the best.
Thank you for the hype train.
Defend for the rest of this game a little bit better than he has been. It's not good seeing Penley going off.
No, not with a corner to come in as well. If Penley's got to go off the pitch here, Telford down to one centre half.
I can't imagine us dressed for Waterford Wizards over this. Are you stressed?
Is going off. This is not.
Wait, we just won this.
When you're defending a corner.
Wait, did we win? Wait, why is that a draw?
To swing it in. Telford needs some height in that back line.
Oh, game aborted, so it doesn't count.
Towards the near post, it's low. This could go anywhere. There's a real chance here. Straight. He's up there. Another shot is charged down. Well done, Telford. Ball comes back in over the top, and there's a real moment, and it's in. And it's Ewan Williams. The flag stays down. The Leamington supporters are up to our right-hand side.
Oh no, that was Leamington.
Here at the new Bucks Head, it's Telford 0, Leamington 1.
No! Leamington scored! Oh no!
As soon as he went off, I was worried. I was worried because they've cleared the line, but they haven't all come out as a team. And he should have been offside. I thought he was, but two Telford players are playing him onside. Do they deserve to be behind? They probably do. Now they've got to start now.
Telford will come back. Let's go Telford. Telford will get back.
I know Penley's off the pitch, but to your point, you've got to reorganise. They just haven't been at it against there.
Okay, let's put in energy in the chat for Telford. Let's put T for Telford. T for the win.
Characteristically off the pace today. I can't believe.
Telford have got it. Start manifesting.
I cannot believe what I'm saying. But this is playoffs. It's on the day. It's who turns up and who performs.
Telford for the win. Anything can happen. How much is left?
After Ewan Williams slid in inside the goal area and has given Leamington the lead with less than 20 minutes to go.
Less than 20 minutes. Sugar. Sugarino.
Instantly.
I'll put it right on the keeper, Scott, because he's flapping all over the place, their keeper is.
Remy Walker delivers it towards that back post. Pendley was there, but it went over the top of everyone. And there's a bit of a scuffle going on here. There's a scuffle between the two sets of players. The referee has a great view, and the supporters aren't happy to our left-hand side. They were piling in.
I'm hoping I'm wrong, Scott. I'm really hoping I'm wrong, but they look like they're trying to throw punches on the floor, and it looked like it come from. I just hope they've missed it. I'm hoping the Lions.
I'm joining this arena, by the way, if anyone wants to join.
6 of the other. I'm really hoping so.
Well, the referee is calling back someone, and it is Matty Stenson who is having a chat with the referee. And Theo Street is there. Adam Walker, the captain for Leamington, is putting in his 2 cents worth. The goalkeeper, Callum Hawkins, has the ball in his arms, and it looks as if it might be a yellow card for Matty Stenson, who's come on as a substitute in this second half. Telford with work to do. They have to score to take this game into extra time, and the clock is ticking down. They have 15 minutes to save their season and force extra time. Leamington have done a number, but it was coming, and it was Williams in the 73rd minute that has given the
Anonymous gifter
advantage in this second half.
Thank you so much for gifting us up to Eddie.
The look of
Tiki.
despair.
It's all about
Yeah, it's
now.
getting scary.
Show
15
some character to
minutes.
Get back in this game. We've said it before. He wants to be in the history books. He wants to be someone that's remembered for getting promotions. And there's players out there that can do this. They've just got to keep going. Get this. And if they're not having a bad day, we said that about a few of them having a bad day. Well, look at it. You've had a bad day up until the last 20, and just up it now. It's so important they go for it now. It really, really is, because Leamington, I do think, have gone a little bit tired.
Oh, I never did predictions for the second half. Sugar, I should have done predictions.
Since Kendall at home, Pendley with the ball at his feet. No real urgency from Pendley. He hasn't got many options. Goes back to Brandon Hall. Telford are desperate to find an equaliser. And we have less than 15 minutes to play now on BBC Radio Shropshire. Brown finds Fox. Telford are rooted into their own half. Now they break free. Here's Brown, the number 9. Finds Dinanga towards the byline, takes a deflection, it's gone over the top of everyone. Miles will pick it up towards the corner flag, plays it to the right corner of the penalty area with Walker, and it's over the bar. And he just got too much top on that, Steve. Remy Walker, who has been in hot form for the tail part of the season, but it's just not happening today.
Well, I mean, if you go through 1 to 11, that's the problem, and it's not happening for too many. You can't have that. You just cannot have that in a game like this, where there's 7 or 8 out there who just are nowhere near the levels we've seen. Nowhere near, not even close. I'm talking about being 5 or 10% off. I'm talking, 40-50% off the levels that we've seen for much of this season. You cannot have that in a game like this. I mean, credit to Leamington and credit to Bullholler, and they've done a job on Telford, as Dean said. They've got in their faces, they've bullied them a bit, they've been physical.
The Bullet Arena starts in 6 minutes, by the way.
No, they're bringing on Tyrone Barnett now, so they've got to be a bit careful, because if he gets a chance, he will score. So they've just got to be a little bit careful now. Obviously, the second goal, you're out the game. Just stay in the game now. I still think there's got to be another couple of chances for Telford. They're just going to take one. Stenson's got to be a little bit careful.
Let's go, Telford!
With their players. That's what they want.
Okay, maybe it's actually not a good idea for me to join this bullet arena because I'm the highest rated here. But let's try and win this arena. Maybe we can win it.
Sam Whittle has the captain's armband after Carl Storer went off. Whittle is just looking to G up his own back line. There's a flick header into the penalty area. It will be vacuumed up by Brandon Hall. It's into his arms. Brandon Hall was having a conversation with Richard Holmes, the referee, during that stoppage of play. Stenson finds Dinanga on this left side. Dinanga plays the ball through to Fox. Can they find a dangerous cross to be swept into the penalty area? Dinanga now pushed off the ball. Fox with the cross. It's low. No one's there. It's a rather haphazard clearance from Theo Street. It will be a Telford throw on this near side, level with the edge of the penalty area.
Nice play. Nice play. I want to see Fox pushed on as much as he is now. Just might as well go for it now.
Not much time left.
He's got to do better there. Just hold the ball. The simple stuff they got wrong today. Real simple stuff that just... We haven't seen it all season. You know, we said about they should have easily. We looked at it. Leamington should, you know, they're not as good as Telford. Telford should win this game. For some reason, they just haven't dealt with the occasion as well as Leamington. They just haven't. But they've still got 10 minutes to put it right.
The Leamington supporters to our right-hand side in that Frank Naggington stand, bouncing.
That's not true. It's no. The most intense. The most intense match was probably... I've had a few intense matches. I remember when Spain won the World Cup, or was it European? Maybe it was the European, not the World Cup. When Spain won, or was it Netherlands? An orange team won when I was like 9 or something, I can't remember. But I was watching it with my granddad.
I just lost belief. They've just got to believe they're only 1-0 down. 10 minutes to play at home, front of a full house. They can still do it. I really can believe they're going to get a chance. Just take the chance.
So then it must have been the World Cup.
Well, they need a moment.
Thank you so much for the hype train, darlings. I really appreciate it. Thank you, Goku. Thank you, Jan. Thank you, Chris, and thank you, anonymous gifter.
Central area, over halfway, centre circle, still Miles, plays the ball through, links up with Gibson. Gibson to Stenson.
Thank you so much.
Ball at his feet. There's a crowd of blue shirts around him, and now they come away with Adam Walker. He distributes the ball out left. Backwards to Quainer on that left-hand side. Deep cross towards the number 16, Tyrone Barnett, who's come on for Leamington.
We've got hype train
with the ball. Dan Meredith. And that's rather aimless and will go beyond the byline for a Telford goal kick with Brandon Hall. Well, Tyrone Barnett has come on. Lots of experience. He was here as a Telford youth player back in 2006. Well, Ellis...
Hey, 16th Century Man, happy Monday.
And who's come on, Dean?
He's brought the captain on. I want to see him come on from half-time. I'd imagine now he's going to go 3-5-2. He's got no trouble, and he's going to push that. So he's going to be right pushed on as a, not a 5-3-2, a 3-5-2. That looks exactly what he's doing, which I think is a good idea.
Well, it's brave, but Fraser Kerr is back in this team. He's come on as a substitute. Back three. Pendley keeps the ball in.
We're listening to the Telford versus Leamington match.
And you just thought for a moment, but it was Pendley who just couldn't quite.
Well, also playing bullet.
It goes out of play over on that far right-hand side.
Yeah, I'm a bit speechless really, which is never good on radio. But Dean said the word a few moments ago, basics. Just basics today. Just simple stuff like that. Just rolling the ball out to the side. Put your foot on it, get the ball, and rolls under his foot and out for a throw. And it's just been like wildfire throughout the team today, and so disappointing. I keep saying it, that's playoffs, that's what happens, but I'm just shocked. I'm really shocked just how poor they've been, but they're still in the game. It's only 1-0 with 10 to go.
Montel Gibson now, left side. Can he control the ball? He's been pushed towards the touchline by Theo Street. Gibson, he finds Piggott in that central area. Whittle can commit forward. Short pass to Piggott. Sprayed out to this left-hand side with Fox, who stands still. Leamington are just pushing Telford back towards halfway. Good switch from Piggott over to the far right hand side now with Miles. Short pass to Pendley, who's got really forward. The referee has allowed play to go on. Miles with a cross into the penalty area, headed away by Callum Stewart, who's back defending. And now Fox can try again as Telford recycles.
You're buying raccoons
into the Leamington half.
as
Fox
pets.
now turns inside, a good 35 yards out. Can only go back to the captain, Fraser Kerr, inside the centre circle. Chip ball over the top, into the penalty area. There's a real chance here. Stenson can't get his foot around it. It falls to Callum Stewart. They can clear it. And it's going to be a free kick to Leamington. A big, big call from the referee. As Telford
free kick to Leamington!
Into the danger
We're
zone.
rooting for Telford.
Yeah, it was tight. But I don't think they've got the 50-50s today either, if I'm honest. I really don't. I don't think they've got the 50-50s. Kevin Wilkin will look at that Pendley incident as well, where he's got injured, he's had to go off, and that's had a massive bearing potentially as the ball's come in for the goal. I don't know whether he's been playing up to the crowd a little bit, the ref. I don't think they've had the 50-50s.
I hope you're doing okay, Waterford Wizards.
You know, you can't sit there and blame the referee. They haven't been good enough on the day. And they've got to, they get a free kick for offside, they've got to turn this around.
Okay, here we go.
Somebody's got to be a hero. These are the games. Somebody has to stand up and somebody has to make something happen. I don't know who it's going to be, frankly, based on what we've seen so far. But the good teams find a way. And they've done that for most of the season, but they need to do it here.
They have 5 minutes to go. Montel Gibson, and he's headed it over the bar. It was a high ball in, the flag stayed down. And Gibson with a golden moment in this second half. And he's headed it over the bar.
I can't believe it. I knew a chance was going to come, and it was a beautiful chance. All he's got to do is hit the target. Keeper's cover should just hit the target. It's a goal. It's a great ball, great run. You know, he's got himself in a perfect area. Just hit the target. It's been a real good chance.
It's been the problem all season, Dean, hasn't it? Need too many chances to score a goal. You know,
Lily!
Let's not beat about the bush. It was a sister.
Thank you so much for the raid.
There is. They'll get another chance again, but they've got to take this time.
Thank you so much for the sugar. Welcome everyone. We are listening to Waterford Wizards local
in this playoff
local match while I'm playing some Bullet.
The Bucks need to find a goal to force extra time. Can they do it? The sun is out.
Sugar.
We are bathed in sunshine at the new Bucks Head.
Shit.
But the Bucks have to find a goal. Piggott now plays the ball through, and that's really straight.
We got the rock.
And now the breaks can come forward.
It's 1-0 to Leamington, which is not good. We're not happy about that. But how was your stream? I hope you had a good stream. Shit. Wait, I will concentrate in a second. Ah! No! Oh no, I'm not used to these multiple pre-moves.
Near side, and it will be a Leamington throw.
It's a bit
shit.
5 minutes left.
Frick.
Play the passes you've got to get. Don't have to just hopeful balls like that. Keep playing the football is the reason why they got into getting good chances.
We've only got 3.5 minutes to go, Dean, plus stoppages.
I don't even know where my pieces are. Woo! Okay. Okay, wow, I've never done that kind of a mate before, but we won. Hey, the great Danton. Thank you so much for the raid. Shout out to Lily. I hope you're feeling better. I hope you're not sick anymore.
Screams of get forward from all the supporters around us. Here's Montel Gibson, left side. Uses his right foot, skips his way through. Callum Stewart.
Oh, I didn't mean to play F3. That was a mistake.
He's been pushed over towards that touchline. The referee says play on. The leniency from the referee, well, it's unbelievable. And Leamington will have a throw.
Thanks, DJ.
Be careful
from the halfway line.
He's on the yellow card. Is he gonna?
Also, thanks for following. Welcome to the. Ooh, that's better. Welcome to the channel.
The ref, you're right, Steve. What you said before. The 50-50s haven't gone Telford's way, but we've made some crazy decisions today.
Telford haven't lost here since September, but they are losing here in the playoff final.
I'm actually going to move my bishop instead of the knight there.
Here comes Whittle, deep inside his own half. Here's Denanga now on the turn. Denanga can break into the Leamington half. Central area. The ball was loose and it goes right the way through. It's kept in by Hawkins. And it's just boiling over here. Both sets of players, it's on a knife edge. Telford need a goal to force extra time. Leamington know they are 90 seconds away from an instant return back to the National League North. BBC Radio Shropshire.
Shit, I have no time.
Get one more chance. Just one more. Take this into extra time.
Well, there's going to be a substitution for the visitors who feel that they can perhaps waste time. Joe Clark's going to come on, and it's Will Shorrock who is making his way to the dugout. Leamington will think, Steve, that they've done it.
Well, they nearly have. And the irony is, as Dean says, poor as Telford have been today, and by their usual standards, they've been poor. They've had chances. They've had big chances. You know, Gibson's header, that's got to go in the goal. Particularly 1-0 down with 5 minutes to go, you've got to score that. You look at the chances they had in the first 5 minutes to change the complexion of this game, and that's probably, if we're honest, been the problem all season. It's putting those chances, being ruthless, being clinical when those moments come. They haven't done it enough.
Header down into the penalty area. Dinanga, acute angle. Comes back to Fox, left side towards the byline. Fox will keep it in. It's low, it's clear.
We should have lost that game as well.
Left corner of the penalty area.
Okay, I'm getting into the.
It's agonisingly wide of that post. Pendley was there. He leapt up high, and it was wide.
Well, he's scored so many this season. So many crucial goals are in Pendley up from the back. And you just thought when that dropped to him that was going to be the moment, but again, just symptomatic of the day. Just didn't get any kind of decent direction on it. It was a decent chance, you know.
You'd fancy him as well. You know, he's been
that's stupid.
This season. There's been some good performers, but he's been. As soon as it comes to his head down, I thought that's in the net. Got to keep going. 7 minutes.
7 minutes of added on time.
7 minutes extra time. Okay, let's go.
The supporters inside the new Bucks Head, a sellout. But it's going to end in disappointment unless Telford can find a goal and force this one into extra time. Telford 0, Leamington 1, BBC Radio Shropshire.
What did he just give away?
From Whittle, finds Gibson now. Gibson, who's out wide, left side, into the penalty area. He's running backwards away from goal. Finds Piggott. Piggott plays it square, short pass to Fox on the left side. Fox is looking to arrow this ball into the penalty area. Fox turns. It's headed away by Leamington, back to the halfway line. Kerr now can come. This is desperate now for Telford. High ball towards the back post, no one's underneath that. It will go all the way through to Miles, who keeps it in towards the corner flag in front of that Jack Bentley East Terrace. Here's Remy Walker, ball at his feet, into the penalty area. The header is cleared from Leamington. And Leamington know they are just seconds away from an instant return to the National League North. Kerr into the penalty area, flick on from Pendley, and it was a big jump from Jack Edwards to clear the danger. Miles, and it's wide, the header, and it was Stenson this time, Steve. Really close.
Yeah, it was a difficult chance in fairness to him. He has come across really quickly. There's such pace on that ball as it's come across. Tough header to execute. And I can't really say too much in criticism of Stenson. He's got on it, but you know, it's difficult to well, will there be one chance? That's the question. What have we got? 5 minutes probably of the stoppage time to go.
We've played 2 minutes of the allocated 7 here at the new Bucks Head. It is pure drama on BBC Radio Shropshire. Goes straight through the middle to Brandon Hall.
Come on, they've got to believe. They've got to believe there's another chance.
Hall lamps it through, it's into the penalty. There's a real chance here. Mix up between the defender and the goalkeeper, Callum Hawkins. Hawkins looks injured. So does the defender. Is it Meredith? I think it might be Rob Evans, actually, who's taken a clattering with Hawkins.
Abhishek, thanks for the follow.
Treatment. The trainer's coming on. He's in no real rush to see the goalkeeper.
What? Why did he resign?
Just kills any momentum.
That's it. Yeah, it's all about killing momentum. That's all it is. And I'm not saying he hasn't taken a bit of a clattering, but be under no illusions. They're just trying to break up any kind of rhythm. Not that Telford had an awful lot of rhythm today, let's be honest, but they're just trying. He's up on his feet. He's absolutely fine, the keeper. And it's the oldest trick in the book, that one, in this kind of situation.
Well, the physio gingerly jogs. I was going to say sprints, but he's not doing that. And he will leave the field. Hawkins is going to be okay, but it has killed any momentum that Telford had going into stoppage time. It is Telford 0, Leamington 1 on BBC Radio Shropshire.
Thanks for the follow.
And it looks as if the season is going to end not the way that we wanted, or any of these supporters inside the New Bucks Head. The travelling fans to our right-hand side, they are preparing for their team to go all the way now. But Telford need a goal. Fox, poor from him. And it will be a Leamington throw just in front of our commentary position inside the West Stand. Lots of nervous, anxious faces all around us. They can't quite believe that Telford have let this game slip through their fingers with just seconds to go. We've had 4 minutes of the allocated 7. Fraser Kerr inside his own box. Kerr needs to lamp this ball forward. He'll do so via Brandon Hall, who instead decides to go through Pendley. Pendley now, high ball into the Leamington half, comes back to Piggott, and Piggott is adjudged to have fouled the midfielder, and that to me, Dean, well, it looked like as if it was a foul the other way.
He's done some crazy things, though, Scott. You know, he's facing his own goal. You've got a couple of minutes left. Just stand behind. As soon as you even touch him, he's going down.
Yes.
You know that in football. They go there. Just a little bit of thought. They've picked so many wrong things today. It's heartbreaking.
No! Decision making. I keep saying it was a free kick, but it was needless. Absolutely needless. And he's got in a poor position in the first place, and then you say he's giving him a nudge, he's giving the referee the decision. You don't need to. Decision making today has just been so poor.
Well, you can just feel it inside the stadium. We have 2 minutes of stoppage time to play, and Telford need to find a goal. Here's Stenson, it's through. Matty Stenson, and a foot comes in.
Just like Telford.
Again, who's played an absolute blinder. And the referee says the flag goes up as Leamington were looking to burst through. And I'm just looking at the clock. We have 90 seconds.
Here's your last chance. Here's your last chance. Hit Penley, get the bits off Penley. Don't complicate it, just hit Penley nice and high, and let's see what we can get off this.
Free kick to Telford. Brandon Hall inside the centre circle. Decides to go towards the left side. Into the penalty area. Flicked on by Whittle. Headed away by Leamington. Comes back to Dinanga. That should be a Telford throw when it goes out of play on that far side. It is, and it's going to be Piggott. This is the moment. Telford need to score. They have to score to force extra time. Brandon Hall into the penalty area. Flicked on, Stenson is there. It's still Stenson. Ball at his feet. Can he find a shot at goal? He swung his foot at it, but there were 2 blue shirts around. The ball is high. Into the penalty area now. Big Tyrone Barnett is back defending. The frontman, Nathan Fox. Now, we have just seconds to go. Fox into the penalty area. Cleared away by Leamington. And it looks to me as if this game might be done. Less than 30 seconds to go. Brandon Hall is out from his own goal. And he's going to have to come back here, Brandon Hall. Uses his head well. Piggott now. This surely is it. Brandon Hall will get to that. And he picks up the ball inside his own box. He sprays the ball out to Nathan Fox. This surely is it. 10 seconds to go. Deep ball from Fox to the edge of the penalty area. Comes out to Miles. Towards the
what am I doing?
With the edge of the box. Miles is going through, and that's going to be a free kick. But is there time to take it? We are into added on time of added time. And this is it. The goalkeeper's going up. Brandon Hall is being instructed to go up. This is it for the Bucks. Can they find a goal?
Well, what can you say? I mean, it's got to go in, isn't it? This is surely it. This is surely the moment. And Brandon Hall's loitering on the edge of the penalty area. Everybody inside that Leamington penalty box. Has to go in for Telford to save their season.
Free kick to Telford. Right side of the penalty area. Nathan Fox is going to swing it in. It's a 2-man Leamington wall towards the back post. The header's there. Can they claim it? And it's Hawkins who leaps high, captures the ball, and that will be it. Leamington are so close now to returning to the National North for next season. A flare has been thrown onto the field. That will delay things, and that's it. There's the final whistle. Leamington have done it. They have won promotion. They celebrate. They sprint in front of the Frank Naggington stand. The travelling supporters are trying to invade the pitch, but the stewards are doing a good job of keeping them back. The Telford players sink to the turf in utter despair. The dream of promotion is over for this season. They have given everything this afternoon, but it wasn't to be. You have to feel for the players. Tears running down the face of a young fan in front of me who can't contain his emotion. It is a cruel way to decide promotion.
I'm gutted for them, Scott. I really am. I'm gutted for those.
That's unfortunate.
They've been so
hard luck
for so much of that season. They really have. Large spells, pretty much since September, October onwards. They've been absolutely fantastic. But they just didn't turn up today. There were too many out there who just on the day, whether it was the occasion that got to them, whether it was just one of those days, I don't know. But there were just too many out there who didn't read the script this afternoon.
Sam Whittle comes over to comfort that young supporter who is sobbing. He can't believe it, and neither can we. It's Leamington who have won this game by 1-0. So close to a fairy tale ending to the season for the Bucks. But sometimes you need a bit of luck in playoff competitions. You cannot fault the efforts of this team who have given their all this season. There is heartbreak all around us, disappointment and sadness that today was not their day. It is gut-wrenching.
That's okay. Also, what is this 641 points in the tournament?
Watched them all season be so good. It's been a roller coaster since Starbridge, and it's just been an amazing run. They've been absolutely fantastic all season. But at that final hurdle, they've just slipped up. They made some bad decisions today.
Oh, that's so tough. They had so many chances.
That's the only thing I put it down to, because that was, there wasn't
from the sounds of it.
that performed anything like.
Actually, I could have taken it and then gone back.
Well, the Telford players are making their way over towards the David Hutchison end, and I think Paul Shuttleworth is there. Paul.
It's just so emotional, Scott. As fans are now filing their way to make their way out of the ground, you can see the disappointment. They're applauding their fans, but it's just drained the energy out of the fans' faces as they look on for the back of the goal. Many fans now are starting to file their way out. I think there's a little element of disbelief how we came into this game and how we felt 90 minutes ago before the game was to begin, and you felt that there was various moments where you felt it kind of slipping away, and those last-ditch attempts, the crowd were making noise and getting behind the boys and giving everything they possibly can to try and will that goal to take it to extra time, but it wasn't to be. Goalkeeper now making his way and applauding in front of fans. Those that are sticking around are applauding back, but with just the look of disappointment in their eyes, and the heartfelt as the goalie goes up and hugs one of the players just behind the goal and shows his appreciation for the fans being here. But yeah, there's that real sense of disappointment as the game and the dreams of automatic promotion back up into the league they left last year, they slipped away from them.
It was Ewan Williams in the 73rd minute for Leamington. The ball came in high, fell to his feet, and he slotted the ball past Brandon Hall, the only goal of this playoff final. Will stay with us here on BBC Radio Shropshire. Lots more reaction to come from the new Bucks Head as the curtain comes down on the season. And, well, it is not the end that the Telford supporters...
Hard luck. Well done, Telford. That was a good try.
In the coming days, I'm sure, at the progress that this club have made under Kevin Wilkin this season, the progress they have made, and they will have to come to terms with that and build.
How are you feeling, Waterford Wizard? Ruffian, thanks for following.
Kevin Wilkin inside the verdict with Nick Southall to come, but it's full time here at the new Bucks Head, where it's finished AFC Telford United 0, Leamington 1.
I feel the need for speed. Breakfast with Adam Green. Back on Tuesday morning.
Any plans for the weekend, you two?
Yeah, I'm throwing myself up a mountain tomorrow.
Are you?
Yeah.
What does that
In a
mean?
safe way.
Right.
I'm going to do that zip wire thing in North Wales.
Are you?
Yeah, I think you get up to like 100 miles an hour.
Whoa.
Something like that.
100 miles an hour. I mean, that's quick, isn't it? Do you fancy that, Tim?
No.
Breakfast with Adam Green. Back on Tuesday morning.
You asked me this sort of thing before, like these adrenaline hits. I'm not interested. I'll cheer up from the safely on the ground.
Thanks.
BBC Radio Shropshire.
Well, the cheering you can hear is from the Leamington fans away to our right, because Telford have lost by 1-0. There have been so many highs for Telford in the last 20 years. Remember, it's 20 years since AFC Telford United was reborn. But there have been some lows as well, and this feels right up there with the Gateshead playoff final defeat, when Telford lost 1-0 that day to a goal which was similar time to actually when Leamington scored. And when you concede, as you do, Dean, in that situation, and not too long to go afterwards, that really is big heartbreak for Telford.
It is. You're looking out now, watching Leamington sort of celebrate. It should have been us. It should have been us today. Any other day. I'm looking right through our team, Nick. Every single player today was nowhere near where they've been. Nowhere near, not even close. And I don't mean one or two, because you can carry one or two. One or two play 6 out of 10, but the rest are at it.
What the hell am I doing?
When you've got a whole team that plays at 5 and 6 out of 10 in a final, you just can't do it. And at the end of the day, Leamington deserved to win. That's horrible for me to say, and it really is.
I actually lost, even.
They did deserve to win the game.
Steve Humbles, let's just capture the emotions around us here, because the away end is in party mood, and the rest of the supporters are making their way out, and all of that emotion that has built up today over the last few days, the excitement, the anticipation, and it's just gone. It's a real deflated feeling for these Telford supporters.
Okay, darlings, on that note, we can't end on that note, so we'll have one round of joy, and then we can raid.
There feels that there is some momentum with the football club off the field. US investors here today watching gone.
Okay, so let's do a round of joy.
Direction, but to fall at the final hurdle like that is cruel.
Yeah, it's gutting, it really is. And I mean, it's their first home defeat here, Nick, since September. They've been so good here. I haven't seen a performance like that, as poor as that, for such a long period of the game. For a long time.
Okay. Are you guys ready for joy?
Other than the occasion, they just fluffed the lines on the day. I can't put it any differently. Leamington were decent, but nothing special. They're functional. You know, they worked the box well. That's how they got the goal.
Waterfall.
To break down.
What do you mean waterfall? You're following now.
Too many players just didn't turn up.
Have you unfollowed?
You can carry one or two, and that's why I said beforehand.
No, I haven't started yet.
They're cruel things, because.
Okay, I'm gonna start. Are you guys ready?
It's a bit of bad fortune. It's an off day, and they've had an off day. They've had a big off day here today.
They have. Have your say on the verdict. You can call me on 0808 100 96 96. Telford fans, the floor is yours.
I was in probation. What does that even mean?
Or drop me a text. 81333. Start your text with the word Trop. Your thoughts moving on towards.
Wait, were you never following? You were even subscribed before.
Know that they have to have another year in this league, and they'll have to be looking at the retain list very soon as well.
Okay, I'm going to start.
It's hard enough to really take in what's just happened, but things move very quickly in football, and Telford have some work to do, because they haven't been able to get over the line.
They haven't, no, they haven't. They'll be hurting in that changing room because they know they just haven't performed today. But I look at next season, Nick, and it's early to be looking at it. I think Telford...
Hey, Bomber Destroyer.
They know what they're doing now. They've got
How are you?
personnel for this league. Yes, they've lost in a one-off game, but Telford are a good side. I think they win the league automatically next season. The annoying thing is they've lost another year. That's a really annoying thing, and it was there for them today. They just didn't perform. It's not as if we're sitting here going, they played really well and the best team won. They just didn't perform. I'd love to have seen it was end to end the whole game, and we were at it and we're playing at 8s and 9s out of 10. We're playing at 8s and 9s out of 10. We win that game comfortably, but we was nowhere near. Absolutely nowhere near. But there's still good times ahead for Telford. Let's try and get rid of that negative, and today feels horrible. I haven't felt like this for a long time because it was that fairy tale, wasn't it? We struggled, we go to Stourbridge, it turns around from there, and then we just start going, and that journey's been amazing. And I really did think today they were going to finish it off. I'm heartbroken.
You didn't see it coming, did you? I didn't see it coming.
No,
I think we all felt probably that Micklehove were the toughest opponents. They comfortably beat Micklehove on Wednesday. I just didn't see that performance coming. I know you never know on the day. I know it's about handling the occasion. But I still thought
it's UK League.
They would produce
arithmetic.
And that's the other frustrating thing, Dean. I think throughout the season, if we're honest, the only thing that really stopped them challenging Needham Market for the title was that bit of ruthlessness at the top end of the pitch. You look at the 0-0, the draws they had, too many draws across the course of the season. That's what held them back, and that just comes down to that bit of ruthlessness. And again, they had chances here, big chances. You look at Gibson, one at each end of the game, the one in the first 5 minutes, and then the one in the last 5 where he's got to score the header to equalise. Despite the fact they were miles off today, they still had big chances, and they put one of those away. They don't lose the game, and maybe we've got extra time, and maybe the momentum and the crowd gets them over the line, but they just consistently throughout the season haven't quite been good enough. And in terms of next season, it's too early to think about next season, let's be honest, but they've got to be better at the top end of the pitch, Nick. If they want to go and win the league, they've got to be more ruthless. They've got to be more.
You've just said it, haven't you? I mean, it isn't too early to talk about next season, is it? Because, as I say, things move very quickly in football. You've just identified, Steve, some of the issues that they've had this year.
It's the final third. I mean, I'll be honest, I thought defensively, for whatever reason, as across the pitch, back to front, they look way off what we've seen, but we've said that. That's just the way it's been today. Defensively, they've got a decent unit.
Waterford Wizards!
Just cheered 4,700.
No, you didn't need to.
Change a game again when the game was getting away from him in the second half.
Thank you so much, Waterford Wizards. You really didn't need to. I'm sorry that the match didn't go our way.
You're talking about step 3 football here, so you're not going to have strikers like at Haaland or whatever who are going to whack every ball in the back of the goal. But you've got to convert a higher percentage of chances to get yourself to challenge for a title, and that's the only thing that held them back this year, and that's where they'll need to improve. But
partner,
Jamie says, simply
thank you so much for the.
I think that pretty much sums up the feeling here at the Bucks Head as Leamington begin their party, which will go long into the night.
It was just one.
Back into the changing room. We'll be getting reaction from Kevin Wilkin and the team very shortly. It's after 5:15 here on BBC Radio Shropshire. It's ended in heartache for Telford. They've lost by 1-0 here against Leamington in the playoff final. Full reaction to come now here on The Verdict.
BBC Radio Shropshire.
The Verdict with Nick Southall.
So, on an afternoon where we were hoping for so much, in the end we got so little. In terms of Telford, yes, they appear to try and give their all, but it just feels like that the nerves got to them on the day. Let us know your view on what went wrong for Telford this afternoon. 813-33, start your text with the word Shrop. You can call me as well on 0808 100 96 96. Your thoughts on the season that has gone and what you want to see happen next during the summer. 81333, start your text with the word Shrop. It's The Verdict here on BBC Radio Shropshire.
The Verdict with Nick Southall.
BBC Radio Shropshire.
Well, the Leamington players are still out there, and the crowd, the away supporters, have not left the stadium. There aren't too many home fans around us. We will bring you what's the highlights of the game very shortly here on BBC Radio Shropshire. We look up into the director's box there, forlorn Ian Doss, a couple of the US investors who've come over as well for today's game. I know they've been very impressed with what they've seen, but we will wait to hear from Kevin Wilkin. But he's going to be absolutely dejected, Dean, isn't he?
It's going to be hard for him to try and pick the players up, because I think they all know. You know, I'm looking back at the game. He got, you know, even the keeper Hall, that one that he dived over, the ball that come across it.
That was supposed to be a hand.
From 1 to 11, and even the subsequent one didn't change the game. They just didn't. They just did not perform. It was 5 out of 10s throughout.
Look, Gogo wants me to draw a picture of him. I don't think I'm going to be able to do that.
All them people have come to watch Telford today. They've not seen the real Telford. That is not the Telford we've been watching all season. It just hasn't. The occasion to only just was too much for them. I was hoping some of the players would puff their chest out, and you know, sometimes in football you've got to go, I'm the best player on this pitch. I'm going to take it by the scruff of the neck. I'm going to do something that scores. I score a goal, I'm going to set up a goal. No one did that today.
No. The senior players got the run around a bit as well. I mean, Carl Storer in that first half, you know, all about experience, Steve. Jordan Piggott, I think, you know, the game passed them.
Do you know what frustrates me most, actually? I thought they were lucky to be 0-0 at half-time, and I really thought...
Well done.
Right, that's a result, that is. To get in 0-0, they've been so poor in that first half for long periods. I thought to get in at 0-0, and it just never changed. And that summed up the day, really, for me. You know, I thought getting in 0-0 at the interval, they'd turn it round.
Yeah, they've just lifted the playoff trophy, Leamington, in front of the Frank Naggington stand of cheers of "We are going up," and well, what an occasion for them to do it at a sellout of a Bucks Head, to come here and to steal it, really. In some respects, they've earned their victory today, but you know, the odds would have been well against Leamington to go up on a stage like this today.
They outfought us as well, Nick. If we're being totally honest, they outfought us. Just in midfield, we got overrun. Like we said about defence, they have not had a bad game all season, defence. They've been absolutely superb. Today they looked really shaky. The goalie looked a little bit shaky on a couple of instances. It was just the occasion, it's got too much. You know, and Leamington seemed to thrive with it. We had 5 minutes in the first half where I thought we were fantastic. I thought, oh, we're on here, they're at it. We are at it.
Yay, well done!
We never have another period.
Well done!
Maybe you could say the last 5 minutes, but we huffed and puffed, and the keeper didn't really make a save, did he?
And there was never even that reaction at half-time, was there? As I was saying, you thought they'd come out second half, and
did you?
They'd change it. I mean, got in at 0-0.
You did. You said it. You didn't say it as one word.
They were marginally better, maybe. I'm clutching at straws. Marginally better at best, but there was just never that change in the game. You never really felt they were getting on top at any point, other than those 2 or 3 spells where they created a couple of half chances, or good chances actually, that they didn't take. But it passed them by. The game passed them by. I said they fluffed the lines, really. I can't put it any other way. It's awful to say it, but you know, that was how it was. Because we've been there, Dean. We've seen how good they've been, and it's such a shame, because there'll be a couple of thousand people, 2,000 or 3,000 people who've come along today and seen that performance. Will go away with an impression of the
well done.
Performance that isn't overly favourable. It's such a shame, because they've been so good for so long, and I just did not see that performance coming. But I can't put it down to anything other than the occasion was just too much for them, and they just had far too many who were way off it today.
We are waiting to hear from Kevin Wilkin and the Telford players. Telford on tour on X have sent us a message. They say a disappointing end to a great season. Not our fault. First half was a bit second half we played well. Ref was absolutely shocking. We go again next season. I think it's probably harsh to blame the loss on the referee. But I must say, I don't think that Telford got many of the 50-50s.
They didn't get the 50-50s. You get that here because they play it up to the crowd, don't they? They don't want to be seen to be given the home team everything. I think sometimes they overcompensate. And I think
you got it.
You can't blame the ref. You can't blame
a rat with wings.
It was so just across the park, the decision making, and yes, the execution at times was poor. But I think it all came from the decision making. Just looked at some puzzle minds out there that was making the wrong decision again and again. I said on commentary, it was fire at times, Dean, wasn't it? One person would make a bad decision.
You literally said flying rat. And then fish.
What can you put it down to other than it just got too much for them on the day?
Yeah. Go on, Dean, sorry.
No, I totally agree with everything that Steve just said there. Just the day got too much for them. Now, if you score that goal, a couple of chances we had in the first 5
I'm not bad because you got it.
We've been saying that all season that we need too
It is a flying rat.
But this is a point I was trying to stress a bit earlier on, that I think we have to look ahead now because it's gone. And I think, that, as you say, this is an area now that Kevin Wilkin has got to focus on, because I think we all believe he's got a strong core of a team here that can go and win the league next year. We've got to remember, though, some of these players are going to be targets for other clubs. You wouldn't put it past Leamington or somebody else in the National North coming for Remy Walker. I mean, he's from Leamington as well. A chance to play at a higher level.
Yay! Well done!
Guarantees are going to keep hold of some of these players. So I don't think it.
Well done.
It doesn't feel like it's going to be virtually all of his squad they're going to keep, but there could be changes.
There'll be players who come and go. That's as it always is. I think the difference
he's one of the few players that have been able to turn games, hasn't he?
He is, yeah, he is. I mean, the difference this year is at least it won't be a total rebuild like it was last year. Last year it was a complete start with almost a blank sheet of paper. Not quite, but almost a blank sheet of paper. I think only 3 left, really. Piggott, Gibson and Moore in the squad from last season. It won't be a complete rebuild for them next year, which is something to cling to. But you're right, there'll be players who don't stay. You're right, it moves on very quickly. But if you look at it in the round, I think they've got a good base to work with. But they definitely need a bit more at the top end of the pitch, and that is what they need if they're going to go win the league. And that's what you want to do. You want to win the league. This is the problem with playoffs. I said it before. I said it Wednesday. I said it before the game. You need everything to chance because it's down to on the day, and you can have a day like that. And that's what happens. It's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking. I'm gutted for them. I'm absolutely gutted for them, and I'm gutted for Kevin because we've seen how good they've been. That was not the Telford we've been watching for the last 6 months. Wasn't even close. Wasn't even in the same postcode. No. That performance today.
That was a performance from the start of the season.
Yeah.
That wasn't a performance since the turning point. Nothing like coming back to some of the players. Do you really want to leave a club like this? This is a massive, massive club.
It's an interesting one, most, Dean, isn't it? When you have got players who put themselves now in the eyes of other clubs who Remy Walker should be playing at a higher level, shouldn't he? But I know what you mean. What you need is, and I think he probably has, you need him to buy into what's going on here and what he's seen today, and that is a big selling point, isn't it?
Remy Walker's been brilliant, and I've been one of the ones that always said how great he is. But today, if I'm watching in on just today, he's got to work on his physical presence. Getting the second balls better, doing the ugly stuff a little bit better. I think he may be worth staying at this level for him to bounce. That's all he's missing. Today, we've not been talking about, it hasn't been the Remy Walker show. Most of the season, it's been the Remy Walker show, because they would not let him play today. Yeah. And he's going to have that at a higher level.
Yeah, those are the standards we've expected, aren't they? Yeah. I mean,
they did the job.
We're not picking on Remy Walker. What an outstanding season he's had, and I think everybody is a massive fan of Remy Walker. It just shows you, that those are the levels that he's been playing towards. Look, it's nearly 5:30 here on BBC Radio Shropshire. Reaction, we believe, with Kevin Wilkin is going to be imminent, so that will be with you very soon. Plenty of time for you to have your say. We'll be on air until 6 o'clock today. Zoe Harper says, never turned up. One game too many. I think you're right there, Zoe. Thanks for your text. And this one, Andy wasn't too happy about the referee. He was out of his depth. In 40 years of watching football, I've never seen refereeing so bad. Some of the comments I'm hearing from the commentators are laughable. 4 bookings only, one of which was justified. Thanks for your comments there, Andy. I'll leave it up to the on-air team.
Okay, Waterfall! Our new follower! Well done, Waterfall.
It was that bad.
Congratulations.
And
you can unfollow now.
Messages. If you don't put your name on, we won't give it a readout. So A1 333, start your text with the word shop. Call me 0808 100
Thanks for the cheers.
In the playoff final.
Waterfall just cheered 100 bits.
Yeah, others are saying that the refereeing wasn't great.
We are underway. This is it for Telford. This is their chance to make it count. Walker now on the chase. Here's Remy Walker. It's through into the left.
Tough game today for Telford. That's unfortunate.
He's hitting right. Still Gibson. Can he score? He can't. And it's fired just wide of the right.
That's tough. Anyways, darlings, I am going to rate. They're reading our chat. Let's rate. Let's rate Anna.
And it's hit the side netting. Minton stringing passes together. Here's Callum Stewart towards goal. And surely this may go in. But it's a last-ditch tackle from Ellis Miles.
Let's go over to Anna. She's playing on her old site. So, anyways, we had a great stream today. Apart from the unfortunate loss of Telford, we had a good stream. We will start our course on Wednesday at 7 p.m. Wednesday 7 p.m. we're starting the Sicilian Can variation, so be here for that. Very big day. I'm looking forward to it. Thanks for being here, Goku. See you for. Oh yeah, tomorrow we have Profit, so be here tomorrow for some Title Tuesday and Profit. See you later, Senti. Enjoy the rest of your evening, and Waterford Wizard, I hope you're feeling okay. I hope you're feeling okay.
They have 5 minutes to go.
I will see you guys later. And let's go over and give Anna some darling energy. I'll see you guys later. Bye bye.